All right, so we'll go ahead and start working through some of it. As usual, I'll be streaming, and feel free to do so yourself. Trying to pick up them service hours still. I mean, you get
Yeah.
those ones at the end that you can do over and over. It's like a +2 weapon and 50,000 gold. I couldn't even believe it when I saw that. 50,000 gold. So
Time
yeah,
to grind.
I just completed the document with an extra 2 hours, so I'm thinking by the end of February I might be able to cash in on a couple of those +2 weapons and 100,000 gold. I just start throwing gold at people. Wha-cha, wha-cha. Alrighty.
Right, there isn't an attack in D&D that uses money as a catalyst, other than spells that
Oh my
use.
gosh, yeah, there really should be though, like some old school Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to do the animate Caltrops thing, except for it's a bag of gold. Why not? 100 gold pieces in there or something, or whatever the limit is. But got my stream going, so of course I'll include that in the session log afterwards. And I've got a couple.
You want to animate silver pieces that gets run demon resistances and lycanthropy resistances.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe a sword that you could deposit money into it and it becomes more powerful.
That's funny. I need control of Ella when you get a chance. Ella Timbers.
Okay. I think that was the last one we needed. Did you? Yep, there you are. And then there's a handout. I can pop it up for you guys in just a second. But you can kind of get a look at the map of where we'll be starting. These DRW-INT adventures, they're all tier 1. There's 4 of them, and since November we've been muscling through them, and here we are going to finish it up. So thanks for joining me. And this one is DDAL-DRW-INT-04. So there's that. Of course, posted elsewhere. Let me know if you need it again. And the code is called Tales of Fang and Claw. And just a little background, these have all kind of centered around the doings of the Red Wizards, mostly in the sense that there's been a lot of doings, and as they've moved across the Sword Coast, they've kind of left power vacuums in other places, mostly like around the Moonsea and elsewhere and stuff, where there's eager, hungry, young Red Wizards always trying to move up. And so it's always kind of in the background there, you'll see those damn Red Wizards always meddling, and someone always quite eager. There you go, Ella. And then let's get you situated and figure out, maybe just end up hitting somebody up on the wait list as well. Hello, hello. And if you type your HP into the green bubble, Ella, it should pop up with a bar like the others. Alright, mostly everyone here, so continuing on. I think Corgi she said she was loading up, so Should be in quite soon. But, you know, usually with the safety tools, I'm not too concerned about it. And I'm really not again this time, of course. We're all a pretty mature group, and, you know, nothing really happens too much. But, of course, if anything does, let me know, and we'll work through that. That being said, this adventure in particular does have kind of like a horror theme to it. And so, I mean, if anyone's particularly averted to that, just let me know. But it's nothing like too crazy, but I figure I should mention that this one does tend to be a little more kind of horror themed, and so, you know, if everyone's cool with it, I might even lean into it a little more. But just let me know if anything gets like to be a little too much. Alright, so other than Max coming in, we'll get that in. Everyone else is good? All four of y'all good with tokens? Everything's ready to go?
Seems to be.
Okay. Alright, so might have already taken a look at it, but pop it up to you guys. Looks a little better if you click it. But a little background here. The one eccentric philanthropist, Lupin Malice. He always lived a solitary life. Well, solitary as one can when living with one's servants in a large mansion in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. He divided his time equally among his passions, dabbling in spellcraft, collecting books on the history of the realms, and philosophical discourse with both readers and avowed in the most magnificent Candlekeep, a place so close to Lupin's heart that he fondly called it his second home. He funded maintenance there, acquisitions of great volumes, and even education for a select group of the avowed. Lupin's name resounded in even the quietest corners of the old library, but unfortunately, Lupin has now passed on, leaving behind his considerable collection. And so, a few days west of the mansion, Candlekeep looms atop a rocky crag overlooking the Sea of Swords, and in the Hearth Tavern, Portia Underfoot of the Avowed is awaiting your select group with the task to collect some books from Lupin's mansion. So you might have your own reasons for being around Candlekeep, or maybe a closer tie to what's going on, and feel free to elaborate on that. Or you might have just been that adventurer who got the tip that someone needed a job doing, and you come to see this halfling woman garbed in the purple monks of the Avowed here at Candlekeep. And I guess it'd probably just be a good time to go ahead and turn it over as you all find yourselves meeting here in the Hearth. And it kind of snugly leans into the south ring wall of Candlekeep's outer court. It's a modest tavern, but inside is much larger than it seems from the outside. Now, the stone and wood common room is a bar at one end, a fireplace opposite, and several tables and benches in between. You can see that this could seat quite a few people, but today it's been reserved for your group. You do see other adventurers, travelers, and Avowed occupying several of the tables. The inn still buzzes with life, but there's clearly a meeting going on here. You do see a stout, little, strong heart halfling woman, and she turns to greet each of you and says, "Oh my, am I lucky? Looks like we're gonna get those books collected. There's quite a few rare ones, but first, please, tell me a little bit more about yourselves. Why, this is a tavern after all. Let's have a drink." And she starts to order a round of whatever anybody would like. And so we'll just hit Max last as she pops in. So I'll just go in token order. If Ella, you want to tell us about yourself, it could be background, mechanically, anything in relation to Candlekeep or biblio knowledge. You have the floor.
Okay, she is a forest gnome. She's usually not in a good mood a lot of times. She just grew up a harsh life in the forest. But she's here at Candlekeep because she heard of possible work to be found. She's more at home out in the wilderness than around buildings and people. She's dressed in scale mail, has a shield, short sword at her side. And that's Ella.
All right. Welcome there, Max. We're just getting through the character intros. Had our nice little background monologue, but we're just now diving into it. So we're here at the Hearth, a tavern in Candlekeep, where everyone's kind of meeting their job poster. One Portia Underfoot, halfling Candlekeep monk. And so, Biscuit, if you'd like to tell us
real quick, she's a ranger, 4th level.
Okay. And Biscuit.
So, Biscuit will kindly reject the offer of a drink, but she will kindly ask for a glass of water for her plants growing on her. As you see, she's an autognome. She's small. She's quite small. She's an autognome. She has some I forgot the name. Reclaim nature growing on her. So she fashioned it into some pseudo clothes, pseudo hair, and she's quite eager, right? She's lived all her life as a hermit after being built by an elf, and so even though she's made for healing and stuff, she quite enjoys the thrill of the violence, because that's where she thrives, right? Whenever people get hurt, she's right there to help them out. So she does not want people to get hurt, but she does enjoy situations where people might get hurt or might need her help, because she has that drive to help others. So she probably heard about people needing some retrieving about books. So she, as a hermit, as a former hermit now, she probably likes the knowledge. So she's probably curious as to what other secrets that mansion might keep, right? And so, yeah, once the water arrives, she just dumps it over her plants and bows slightly to the group. And, well, I'm eager to be here and get to know you all.
Portia kind of takes a look at you with her big brown eyes. She says, I think I've read something about this. And you? Oh, you must definitely be from the elemental plane of Earth, right? As she kind of gestures towards Uada.
Yes, so Uada says, hello, I'm fascinated with all the everything here. I'm from the volcanic islands near Chult, and have been traveling here along the Sword Coast, learning about all the new cultures and everything. So everything is brand new to me, and so Uada is a Earth Genasi paladin, an ancient's paladin, level 3. That's Uada.
All right. She says, wow, you came to the right place. Can't take a step without finding some knowledge to gain here. And you there. Hold on, slow down on that ale now. I think 4's enough. Oh, okay, maybe one more, but please, introduce yourself.
Oh, 4 at a time, maybe. So, this is Tyron Bearskin. It's hard to run away from home when you're raised in a labyrinth, but he managed to do it. Joined the army, is now out and about. While in the army, he ran into some Thayans, decided he didn't like them, and is willing to hunt them down and thwart them. He will discount his services if he gets to kill Thayans. He heard there are some Thayans in Candlekeep. I heard there are books there too, more interested in the Thayans, so that's why he's here.
I've heard some rumors about those nasty wizards as well. thankfully our doings as of late have been slight, but it seems like you'd be a welcome addition either way. Though the forest, or the wood of sharp teeth there, it can be dangerous. Oh, and you there, please. What's your name? Looks towards Max. My bad. Maybe I missed a message or something. Okay, see about that. She says, "Oh, well, don't be shy now. If you come around, feel free to speak up. And now I'm sure you're all wondering why I've asked you to come here." She stands in front of the fireplace here to brief you guys. She feels cozy, and she takes you away to the Wood of Sharp Teeth. Oh, it can be a spooky place, but I'm sure you guys can handle it. It's rumored to be the home of satyrs, dryads, but they do say there's all sorts of hungry wolves and werekin lurking in the underbrush as well. So, fair warning, I suppose. But it's only a few days' travel east of here, from Candlekeep, on the outskirts of on the outskirts of the forest there, my dear old friend, Lupin Malice. He was in this decadent mansion, and sadly he's no longer with us. But, as a final gesture, he donated his impressive collection of arcane and historic books. I don't know if I can make the trip out and back myself, so I would like to hire you guys to do that for me. Should be easy enough. The staff is there packing up his things. You can make the trip out and bring those books back here. I know there's a butler, a maid, a chef, and a few footmen still there, but one of them has to know where these books are. There's quite a few. Anything will do, really. But there are 3 very rare ones that we're looking for that he always talked about in his collection. The first one is called The Lost Tales of Myth Draenor. It's by Scarrett the Green and tells of the events that befell a group of adventurers much like yourselves as they investigated the old elven capital of Cormanther. And the second one we're looking for is called I'm a Harper, Get Me Out of Here. It's actually a recent account, Uwada, perhaps a little close to home for you, as it's an account of Cholt's political landscape. It was actually written by Rin from within Port Nyanzaru, so it would be a great addition here at Candlekeep. And this third one is a bit of a long shot, I'll admit, but Lupin did once mention possessing a copy of this very rare chronology called The Grand History of the Realms. This particular book would bring much joy to Candlekeep, and I'll admit, I might get to trade these lavender robes of the junior rank up for something a little higher here. I know the library will pay well if you can acquire these books, but you must promise me that you'll take great care and look out for yourselves along the way.
Do you have a writ or something that indicates that Candlekeep is owed these books so that no one will say, you can't have them? And also, do you have some safe way, maybe extra planer, haversack or something, to carry these books in so they don't get damaged in transit?
Her eyes kind of grow bright as she looks at each of you. So that means you'll do it?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun, if you ask me.
Oh, goody. Well, okay. Yes, of course. I'm afraid nothing as fancy as that. But I will have to issue a final warning before we go over that. They really don't want you guys to use any sort of fire inside the mansion. It's decorated with, wood and contains thousands of writings, books, and scrolls. The use of fire will have to be strictly forbidden. by order of first reader Skoda Valanaster. I'm really sorry about that if that's kind of your thing, but please be careful of that. And to answer your question there, a great one, I'll provide a horse-drawn cart for you guys, as well as 10 days provisions and a map with the mansion's location clearly marked. As for them, they should be expecting you there, as we've received the will. It's in Lupin Malice's writing, signed and everything. So it's just a matter of getting there to pick them up.
Sounds easy.
Yeah. More eager, even.
So we gotta get a bunch of books from an old house?
That's right. And if you want to jump in with a character intro too, real quick, feel free.
Sure. You see what looks to be a half-orc wearing chainmail, but not wearing a shield. She does not seem to be the type who bears a heavy weapon. But you see, as soon as she enters here, she missed kind of like the early part of the mission briefing, as she is holding what looks like a sending stone. And then she says, "Mom, Hayes isn't here. Are you so? Mom? What do you mean? No. We were supposed to. Oh, I'm sorry. You're breaking up. Break. I'm going into a tunnel. And then she hangs up. And then she says, "Sorry, what was that? Oh, right, books. Hi, name's Max. I don't see my sibling around here, but I'm happy to help." Mechanically speaking, she is a paladin bard.
Well, hopefully it should be an easy trip. Just into the Wood of Sharp Teeth. There's a mansion there of one Lupin Malice. He was quite an esteemed scholar here. He would spend a lot of time and help donate and make this a great place. But unfortunately, he did recently pass, and so I've a few books in particular we're looking for, but of course, if anything else seems like it would be a good addition to Candlekeep, feel free. We got the wagon there, so you should be able to carry a good load. Man. Yeah, anything else you guys need to do before you go? There, of course, in Candlekeep, there's anything you need here, like a shop and all kinds of stuff. So if there's anything you didn't do before a game, you need to buy or anything, feel free. If not, we'll just start taking a trip into the woods.
Biscuit is still kind of broke, so she's fine for now.
You hear Max kind of humming "Into the Woods, on a journey." Oh, sorry. Just a song I heard before. It's just really nice.
I like it.
Oh, thank you. We could jam to it, and I think Max would recognize some of her previous party members and is glad to see them again. Well, majority.
A round of high fives.
High fives!
Okay, and so, as she had mentioned, it is a few days' travel there, east into the forest. And, you know, it's rather uneventful for the most part. At night, you most certainly hear, like, all sorts of sounds around you. Definitely the howling of wolves off in the distance, the crunching of leaves at times, but you never really have anything encroach upon your camps or anyone kind of stop you during the day or anything like that, as you just make your way through the woods. And it's really not a storybook type of forest here with like the squirrels and all the happy animals chittering and running across your path, and instead it seems almost as if you're not wanted here in a way, where the trees seem to just kind of loom over you, as if they're angry that you're intruding upon their domain. It feels like there's shadows even during the day at times, where if you really take a more scrutinizing look, they tend to kind of disappear. And so you always have a bit of an uneasy feeling as you go, just kind of waiting, and something eventually is going to happen, you feel like. And so after a few days, you do finally come across the mansion that's been indicated there. So you can see on the map that was pulled up earlier. It's there in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. A few days from Candlekeep. And you see what's called Malice Mansion. It stands as a lonely guard here in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. It's a 2-story stone and mortar building, wood shingled roof, and there are 2 towers at the mansion's front corners reaching skyward. And the roofs almost seem otherworldly with a strange kind of conical style to them. And the windows are white framed and reveal that most of the building now is left dark. As you kind of start to see this flower yard surrounding it in the distance, you can see that it was once very well kept, but recently is kind of thrown into neglect. You see a marble and obsidian crypt kind of resting at the forest border, some paces away from you. And behind the mansion, there seems to be where there'd probably be another entrance there as well. So as you start to soak this in, you hear kind of coming up behind you a crunching of leaves, and as you turn your backs, you see these glowing eyes in between the trees, and they slowly creep out. You see 6 wolves kind of gingerly kind of surround you guys, as we'll just jump into a quick initiative. No surprise or anything like that, as they all kind of just slowly walk around like eyes glued to you guys as you ready your weapons. And they prepare to pounce. But lucky for you guys in this situation, they kind of take their time to surround you, and so you have a few seconds to kind of grab what you're going to do and start thinking it through, in a sense, as they only rolled a 4 on initiative. So I'm pretty sure everyone's going to get a good old action in. Tyron, the Wood of Sharp Teeth will not let you leave without at least one little claw.
So I don't know if I'm alone, but I'm still on the homepage. Is that the homepage I'm supposed to be on?
Yeah, you should be able to see some wolves around you.
Oh. Yeah, I do know. I apologize. Here, puppy. Walk up to this wolf, introduce him to a great axe. I plan on recklessing, but not raging. 24 to hit for 11.
It gives a huge yelp. It almost pierces your ears as you just cleave through its body. Not quite dead, but definitely maimed.
All right, that'll be turn.
Okay. Uwada. I guess we could have done a tie between y'all, but...
Oh, that's right. Move over to this one over here. And he'll go ahead and do his Warhammer. .22 to hit. This one for 8 bludgeoning, and that's it.
No, it's a sickening crunch. Its yelp is just like cut short slightly as you pull back, and some of its head's caved in, a bit of brain matter showing as it just kind of stands there, somehow alive, but definitely critically wounded, just like the other one. And he says it. So Max.
Well, seeing that, Max will see if are these wolves just here because they want to eat us? As in, are they hungry? Do they look you know, what do you call this, malnourished.
As you take a closer look at them, you just see this kind of strange glow in their eyes slightly, and they kind of bare their fangs towards you. Like you can feel the menace kind of radiating towards them.
Okay. Well, she doesn't. She usually turn to her sibling for advice on this, but she's like, no, 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 you got this, you got this. She gives her the two cheeks a slap, and then it's just to kind of like hype herself up. So what she's going to first do is, she takes her spellcasting focus, and then she's going to use a spell slot to cast this, and then she's gonna say, "Look, your friend is dead. You know, we're really, really big. We might eat you instead. So I suggest you go. Okay, bad wolves, go, go, go away. Shoo."
You just hear like what would be the exchange of more like just a yell, like a snarl, kind of in your mind, just like ah. As there doesn't seem to be anything too more intelligible there to communicate. It seems pretty aggressive.
Okay. Then in that case, that's already my action. And she's going to say, well, I tried. Then she's going to look towards her party, and she sees that. Does Max see what weapon Biscuit is wielding, or does Biscuit not wield a weapon?
Biscuit is not currently wielding a weapon. She does have a crossbow, but it's not charged at the moment.
Okay. What about Ella? Does Ella look like they have weapons strapped to their person?
Yes, she has a short sword.
Okay. She's going. Max is then going to look at Ella, seeing that you are a combatant, like a short sword wielding combatant, and she's going to say, "Hey, come on, you got this," and gives you a bardic inspiration. And that is Max's turn as she goes a little bit here, just here. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Biscuit or Ella, do y'all want to do a tie off, or do y'all just want to decide?
Biscuit, you go first.
Okay.
Fine.
Sure. Biscuit remarks, well, I like animals, but I can see when animals don't like me. So she'll pull out her broom of flying. She'll hop on it, and she'll fly over here and 20 feet up, just to be out of range. And where's a little wing here? Well, either way, when I find it, I'll put it. And then she'll use we're 5. So I'm gonna expend a second level slot and cast bless in order to bless everyone.
Nice.
But Biscuit, of course, but yeah.
Okay. Alright.
You got this. You got this, team. I got you back.
Yeah.
And that'll be turn.
I'll give you like a little... Let's do that like you're concentrating. Alright.
There it is.
Ella.
Here. And I'm going to attack the same one that Wada attacked.
Okay, so it looks like you would take an opportunity, but you can...
No, I moved to Wada's square.
Ah, okay. Right. Okay.
I don't know if a 12 hits.
It kind of jumps back as its own blood just like splatters all around it. And
Actually, Oh, I should have said beforehand. If I could roll a d6, if I'd be allowed. If not, I didn't say it beforehand.
You can roll it. Yeah, you can roll it.
You're also blessed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you turn your miss into a hit as you can feel your strike kind of not quite what you wanted it to be, and then just it seems everything just kind of goes right as you feel that that magic kind of take hold and just barely tweak your strike to hit true, and with just a kind of a gargling little it falls down, most certainly deceased from 7. The anger in its eyes finally goes out.
And that's Ella.
All right, the other one spring into action with just an unnatural ferocity, you can see. And this one will run here. This one will run up here. Well, this one goes here. Honestly, I'll just... I don't know if I should be too tactical or not, honestly, but I guess at that point I would just do this. Alright. One moment. Alright, so these wolves probably already know at this point this late in the game, but they got that pack tactic, so of course they're going to try to gang up with each other while they can. Except for this one over here is a little foolhardy, and it rushes towards Ella with a thirst for blood in its eyes. It takes just a random bite towards you, and it'll be... Oh my gosh. Maybe I should check these dice, because that'll be a critical.
Oh.
That's the way to start the game, but...
Doesn't need the advantage, jeez.
I know, like, holy hell. So I'm assuming that would probably hit. So this one seems to charge at you and just runs into you. Just to save a second, I'll go ahead and... So 11 damage to you there, Ella, as it just charges into you and kind of snapping. And as it does, I'll need a strength saving throw from you as well. As you're able to kind of like feel this writhing furry mass kind of on you chomping, and you feel the pain a little bit, but you're kind of keep your mind clear enough and don't panic and are able to heave it off of you before it's able to knock you to your feet. On the other side of the field, we have some that are kind of ganging up, and so we'll do ones with advantage, which will be 18.
Yes.
Max, and then the other one will be another 18. Two 14s there.
Mhm.
And then for Tyron, I'll go ahead and roll real quick. Someone's up rolling nothing but 18s with modifier against Tyron as well. And then the other one is more. Dang, these dudes are doing this. Attack of the Wolves. This is supposed to be quick, but all right. So it looks like they all hit. So
RNG, man.
all right, Max, he got 13.
All right.
And 13 as well. Man, my rolls are nothing if not consistent right now. But all right, so 13 to both of you guys, and we'll move on to Tyron.
Do I make strength saving throws for both instances?
Oh yeah, I probably should. I was like, oh crap, I got rolled.
An
Yeah,
18 and
you're
an
good.
11.
You were good on both, and looks like Tyron. Assuming that's same bonus and all, but if so, you definitely pass on both. All right, and it's your turn.
All right. I will attack this guy. I'm not going to go reckless because I am blessed. I'm going to need that blessing. 12 to hit.
Kind of same as the one that just died. It's able to kind of like duck away, and as it does, so a lot of its flesh just like peels back with the momentum, and its blood kind of splatters all around it, but somehow it is able to dodge your blow.
Right. That's fine. Intern.
All right, Uada, a wolf comes running up at your back.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack it with my warhammer. And yeah, that's hit for 17, and then I will move right there and be done.
Sounds like hitting a baseball with a metal bat. The field all around, dink, as it just drops. One hit KO on that one, so brilliantly done. You dart over to be assistance there, and Max.
Max is gonna swing to the one over here, and then she uses a short sword for this attack swing. No, the number I want is on the right, on the incorrect side, and that's turn.
Whew, highs and lows. Okay, Biscuit.
Okay, this one's been hit, and you, Tyrion, you hit this one or this one?
This is the only one right here that's looking damaged, while all the other ones are untouched.
Gotcha. I'm gonna fly over here and then down towards ground level. I'm gonna cast Ward of Radiance in order to hit those two.
All right, so two saves.
Yes.
It's got a 13 and a 4, so they will both fail.
Nice.
So the two in the middle, right?
Yes.
All right.
This one and this one.
As this one dies, how would that look with your Word of Radiance?
What was that?
This one right here will perish as it was already wounded, and how do you think that would look with the Word of Radiance?
So yeah, she will descend and just utter. I still have like the word now, but she will utter the magic word, and some light will emit from her, as you know, futuristic tech, but it's of course holy magic. So it maybe look like a laser beam of some sorts that descends into them, like a sky strike or something. But you know, of the holy version.
A look of peace finally passes over the creature before it just slumps, unmoving. And then, any other movement or anything while you're up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action healing word on Max.
Thank you.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Okay. All right, Ella, you have a couple wolf corpses there. And your friends are not far away, still engaged.
And I will hunter's mark this one right here. I was trying to save my hunter's mark, but I think it's time to use it at this point.
Okay, you stride in, you see the one that's wounded, eager to end this conflict, and you strike true. And it goes down. A little bit of overkill even too, as yeah, you have a very strong intent there.
Right. Well, my friend Max is in trouble, so I had to go help.
Cut it down. Anything else there?
No, that's it.
Awesome.
That's me.
All right. And I guess I'll just move these guys for a minute, although I can consider it difficult terrain if I wanted, but they would move in a little closer, doing anything they can there. And I guess just we'll have them just go for the wounded within view. So one of them will go for Max with a pretty low, only a 9. So with the power of your friends around you, you're able to easily step aside of this feeble blow. On the other side, towards Tyron, we got a 16, which will barely hit as it is able to pass through your guard. Oh wow, shoot. And that'll be 10. And go if you'll give me a strength save.
The strength save. Oh, there you go.
Alright, no worries. As you're able to push it back. And then you can also proceed to smash.
Yeah, we'll try again.
Alright. You feel the kind of thick fur give way as the yelp kind of pierces your ears, as you definitely are able to hit home with that one.
Slow turn.
Alright. Uwada.
I will hit that same one. I'll try to hit the same one. And of course, I was distracted by the other wolf. So,
He slipped on
Alright.
some wolf blood and
Yep.
Max though.
Okay, time to do some smacks. Oh yeah, I already drew a weapon earlier, so I'll draw my other one. So I'm gonna start swinging at this one. This is the first one, and the second one offhand, no modifiers included. But here it is. That's even better. Okay then.
Okay, cool. You draw first blood on this creature, and then with the second strike, you feel it kind of just shudder as it's got a little bit left in it, but definitely bloodied.
Okay, I trust that the biscuit can handle them, and that's turn.
Okay, Biscuit.
Well, it's not up to me, it's up to them. So once again, she'll try to put them to sleep, has to say, and cast Ward of Radiance.
Looking like a pass and a fail. So left will pass, right will fail. For 5. They both look pretty close to death's door as your magic takes hold. Anything else as you float above on your broom?
I don't know if it's worth it to waste another spell slot, but I mean, we could probably rest. So I don't know. Just to be safe, I'm gonna healing word Max again. I don't want anyone down.
Okay. Alright.
And that's turn.
With an encouraging word, your magic takes effect. And Ella, you feel like you might be able to get another notch on your belt here.
You're right. I'm in the hunter's mark. Move my hunter's mark to this one right here.
Okay. Alright. That'll hit without anything else even. Okay. Any kind of flourish you want to throw on that one, as it is most definitely down.
That's me.
Okay, another one falls, and you feel that it doesn't make you happy to do this, but you know in your heart of hearts that you're putting the spirit to rest, as this evil the forest seems to have a bit of evil, just kind of embedded into
She
it.
grew up in the forest, so she understands fully. Yeah.
Yeah, you may have passed through here, or the rumors of this place would have certainly reached your ears. As one last
Right.
wolf, we'll just say it just tries to. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense because unnaturally they fight to the death. And so with that, it'll take one last little chomp towards Tyrion. Looks like an 8 will be quite a feeble attempt, as you can try to put it out of its misery.
Yeah, I'll reckless on this one just to try to make sure I hit.
Oh, and you do. Boom. Okay. So you guys can take a moment to collect yourselves in any way you see fit. You can see that, of course, danger lurks around every corner, and yet it's not like there's necessarily a huge, time impressed upon you at this point or anything. So whatever you guys want to do.
I'm going to give Tyrion lay on hands for 10.
How far are we away from the mansion?
You can see it maybe about 100, 150 feet off in the distance. Just to be a short jaunt to get there, as the sun's kind of starting to sink down below the canopy of trees behind you. Turns it to just dark black forest, kind of just there hanging ominously. In front of you, you do see those kind of a forest, or lots of flowers, a nice garden. At least it kind of used to be. There is a mausoleum, like a crypt, kind of tucked away off into the corner. And then, of course, yeah, you can go up to this kind of creepy looking mansion at any time you want.
Yeah, head up to the mansion.
Okay. Everybody's in agreement with that?
Yep, that's what we came for. So,
before that, we'll what do you call this? We'll cast. We'll ask for a few minutes, and try to have this one moment because my internet's being weird. Here. This one. Yeah, just preparing. We don't know what to expect in here.
Okay, so I'm going to carry that with you as you guys start for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Get you guys together here. Anything else from anybody else as you approach?
Let me double check. I don't think.
I'm going to bump you guys over to the next map. As we get through our breathing exercise, and we get to...
Well, I would just drink my potion of healing as I walk towards it.
It's supposed to be just a little, just a little exercise for you guys, but man, sometimes it's all just about the rolls. I knew, that pack tactics and stuff, but nobody did get knocked prone or anything like that, so it ended up being like a good battle, though, in the end. So feel free to arrange yourselves however you want here as you approach the beginning of this mansion here. There's a door, of course. And
oh, I can also cast detect magic, but can you ritual cast detect magic even if you're not a wizard?
If you have ritual casting, actually, Max would have had to burn a spell slot for that because I realize it's not one of her bard spells. Okay. Yeah, I'll burn a spell slot for mine, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to keep Detect Magic active.
Okay, and as you approach the door, just a little background here, I suppose. This mansion here is about 40 feet wide and 55 feet long, 25 tall, so pretty extensive here. And you have these towers kind of at the mansion's front, standing about 30 feet tall. You approach these kind of stylish wood doors. Immediately your magic detector goes off as you see that they're kind of shielded. They have like an immunity, just like an extra layer of protection, not necessarily like a trap or anything like that, but you can kind of sense that. And then as you guys approach, the full moon kind of starts to really break out overhead, providing the dim light around you. and you're probably feeling a bit grateful to leave those kind of animal wails and howls from the woods behind you. But as you approach kind of the trees, the grass, the flowers, it's all kind of replaced by a little bit more of like a must mold kind of smell and feel as you come up, and you guys can knock on the door or whatever, I guess, however you would approach. Break the door down. But and just so you see that there is a couple of buildings around you too. You passed by, in a sense, where there's the crypt off to the side, and there's like a little barn kind of on the other, the opposite end, like to the west, and one's on the east, you could say. But turn it over to you guys.
Yeah, I guess if there's a knock on the door.
They're expecting us.
I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay, you knock on this broad white wooden door. There's a golden ring door knocker. You can kind of definitely use that if you're feeling fancy, or you can just use the palm of your fist if you're feeling a little more like we're here.
Hey.
Guado will use his fist. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
That thing's on the door, so might as well use it.
Right, yeah, one of you goes to dink it, the other one just doing at the same time, and as you do, almost immediately the door opens, and you see a very gaunt, butler-esque figure there greet you. He kind of looks down his long, very pale nose. You can see his cheeks are very sunken, kind of pretty gaunt appearance as he looks down with a touch of disdain. How may I help you? And I have to say, just because I would say that there's a couple details I have to say just really quick based off of, one, the detect magic, and two, passive perception. So just bear with me a quick sec, because you're going to want to know those things. I see we have a passive perception of 18 here from Biscuit. So
she likes to scan around.
You know what, I think I might have to get back with you on the passive perception. That I might have confused something there. But on the detect magic, there is something there. So there definitely is, which is going to be interesting. I just want to give you the right information, so let me pull it up. Okay, as he opens the door and greets you guys, you get just a wash over you. It almost makes you want to retch there, Max, as this your detect magic picks up a huge wave of necromantic energy right there in front of you.
Okay. And using the detect magic, is it possible for me to find out more other than the type, other than the school of magic?
What else? Maybe, let's see. No, I think that's it, really. You just learned the type of magic.
Okay. And just to be sure, because Max also has this.
So if you choose, I guess, to do that with your action there, you definitely can see that this guy in front of you is undead. And you definitely can see like some other kind of staff working in the background, and you can tell that between your detect magic and your divine sense that they are most definitely undead as well.
Max is making a certain face, and she is going to whisper to the members of the party that they're a little on the overdone from the from the ground, kind of thing. Yeah, a little stinky.
So as you kind of reserve and say that, he kind of draws you back to him. He says, "You must be the esteemed guests from Candlekeep. What a delightful pleasure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we must meet under these circumstances, but this is how it is. Well," he kind of rubs dusty, dry hands together. "The chef has prepared a meal for you, and a room has been prepared for you on the top floor, the master's old bedroom. I expect to have the crates with books for Candlekeep ready for you by the morn, so you'll get everything you deserve. Would you like to dine, or should I show you to your room now?"
Huh. Was not expecting this hospitality. Not gonna fool ourselves.
Max didn't either, so she'd like to see if this guy's acting all funny, because she's not sure how to proceed. Like, how's his
Would that be an
vibe?
insight, maybe?
I would like to make the attempt.
You get the sense from him that, especially like in this moment while he is kind of scathing, he doesn't have anything about him that registers as like he's on the offensive necessarily. When you kind of look underneath his kind of demeanor he's putting up, you see that he really just seems like he'd like to take a long nap. It's been a while. But yeah, there's clearly something not right here. There's no way to not know that, I'd say. But yeah, from reading kind of into him, he kind of seems a little shady, but if anything, just a bit tired. Without being too specific, I guess.
Well, Max is, she likes food. She's a little interested, and she's a little on the naive side. She wasn't expecting such polite hosts, so she's gonna shrug to the party and give them a look with her eyebrows, and then she starts walking in, if she will be permitted.
He moves aside to let you in and says, do come in. Wouldn't want you to get cold." As you all are able to just walk right on in. You come to a foyer. It's covered in dark wood panels, and there's some oil lanterns kind of lining the walls, with a little bit of the moonlight filtering in through some of the windows there. The pelt of a gigantic wolf covers the center of the floor, and there's paintings adorning the east and west walls. One shows a stout dwarf. You could only assume Lupin Malice himself in front of Candlekeep. There's another portrait of him outside Neverwinter, and even one of him that's the docks of Baldur's Gate. Yes. And he has one foot triumphantly resting on an open crate containing books. Darvis kind of motions forward and says, "I can take you to the dining area if that's what you like."
Are any of the titles of the books readable?
You don't see anything yet, and Darvis kind of turns to you and says, "You needn't look for them now, as we will have everything ready for you in the morning. As soon as you retire to your room, we will return to packing."
I was talking about the painting. He said his photos on a crate of books. I was wondering if any of the books in the painting, if the titles are readable, so that if they try to short us in some of them, we can just compare to that and say, "Hey, you missed this one."
No, it's more of an art piece than it is anything too more specific. But he turns and he says, "Well, the curators from Baldur's Gate are coming soon to collect the furniture, only a few days. So I'll have to ask you to restrict yourselves to the foyer here, the dining area, and the master bedroom, which is accessible there through the stairs. Well, as I said, we'll bring you the books for Candlekeep, in the morning. All you need to do is enjoy yourselves here and wait.
Wait, I don't think we caught your name, Mr.
Oh. He does seem a little bit surprised. Well, I'm Darvis. I've long served Lupin Malice. Close to 40 years now. I do miss my former master. And you can see that in that moment, like, he seems to be very genuine.
Well, sorry to hear about your loss.
That is very kind. Now, you can see yourselves through. The next room over there is the dining area. I'll be here if you need anything. And he sits himself down on a large cushy chair there in this room. And kind of where Max is, there's a door forward. And you can also see I think there'd be a door right there as well. Boop. Maybe there a bit here on. Yeah, that's kind of okay. So you guys can go whichever way you want.
Well, Max would like to see what kind of food is being served.
All right.
Yeah. Does she smell what kind of food is being served? And
For some reason, it is not revealing. It is trying to hide. There it goes. There. Okay. You go into the dining room and you see that it is also finely decorated here. These wooden panels, hardwood floor, floral wallpaper from the middle of the walls to the white ceiling above. There's a large dinner table there in the middle, as you see, with 12 high back chairs with a white tablecloth. There's a vase of almost withered flowers, and you also see there are 4 servers here, kind of standing passively along the walls. Excuse me, there would be 6 actually, my bad. There's 6 servers, and they kind of are just standing there a little too motionless, but they don't seem to stop you guys or anything like that, or really even notice you too much as you pass into the room. And you can see that while there does seem to be some smells coming from beyond, hard to place, but smells like normal food, at least. Not like rotting flesh or anything. But it is beyond a doorway there, further ahead, what seems to be the kitchen, as it is not quite dinner time yet, it seems. But, yeah, you guys can proceed how you want.
So it seems dinner is not ready yet, so wanna play a game or something?
I mean, checks her stuff, and Max will say, "Oh, I got these." Brings out a set of dice and says, "I'm still learning how to play Households and Humans, though. Not that good at it yet."
I have not heard about that game yet. Sounds like fun.
It's a game where you gotta sit down with a couple of friends or strangers, and then you just go off of each other's stories until something happens. Usually wacky things. It's really fun.
That sounds strangely familiar for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, Mom told me about it all the time. Tells me about it all the time.
Well, what did the rest of the party think? That sounds like fun, and we have some time to kill, so might as well rest here while playing a bit.
Max can present some pre-generated what's the word? Adventurer sheets. Yeah.
That'll save some time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of settle in. You know, some of you are starting to engage in this this strange fantasy game. There's maybe perhaps just waiting for the food or wondering what's going on. When all of a sudden you hear a ding, 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 and a large as one of the servers kind of with a jerk suddenly goes into motion and disappears into the kitchen, and you can hear them kind of like it sounds like something's happening, and then like the opening and closing of another door, and that's all you hear.
Well, seems like they're being busy back there.
Does do we hear like a commotion, like, or is it just the sounds of busy kitchen?
You hear that busy kitchen sound, and as you guys are kind of like, your eyes turn up and you wait a moment, and you feel like, okay, maybe nothing's gonna happen. You kind of start to resume your activities. You all of a sudden see the servers kind of start to file off into the kitchen, and they go to bring you guys your meal, and it's a pretty fine meal. You can see it's not as great as what they would normally have, but they start to roll you out some like some roasted pheasant and all sorts of little preserves, little berries, and some fruit that they've gathered from nearby, of course baked into some delicacies as well. And it seems to be a pretty fancy dinner, and this is a pretty wealthy place. It gets laid out before you guys, and you can feel free to dig on in.
Okay. Max is going to enjoy the smell and take a cautionary bite, a cautious bite, and then if it's delicious, she'll continue. Is the first bite delicious?
It is. It seems to be just pretty normal food. You just start to take a bite, and it seems to be cooked pretty well.
All right. Max starts to, continue digging in.
Biscuit, it's used to not eating because she doesn't even have a mouth, but she somehow is like a little bit disappointed if she's not able to eat this particular meal. But she'll appreciate the culinary art of it.
Okay, so how's everybody else?
I think Uada's interested in seeing. I know we're not supposed to go into. He wants to peer into the kitchen, just look in.
You look in, and you see mostly the head chef, and he kind of like looks up at you, and you can see where, especially with the tips you've been given from your friends, with the information you've gathered, this guy probably used to be an ogre of some sorts, but now he's not. But he's a rather large individual, and kind of just like looks up at you and sneers with a lot of teeth missing. Kind of just like shakes his head and as he kind of goes around, and you can see that some of the ingredients he's working with probably are a little questionable, but he just kind of goes about his business, making food. He's got a big old meat cleaver, just kind of chopping some stuff up and putting some things together. While you look in, though, let's see. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Uwada.
Little above average.
You not enough quite to really notice anything too much.
All right. Yeah. Uwada's got a sinking feeling that this isn't. The servants look undead. This cook used to be an ogre. Now he looks undead. He's not feeling real safe right now. Feels like probably going to get ambushed at some point, or we're all going to get ambushed. That's my thoughts. Yeah, cheap labor. Yep.
So what? You look uneasy.
Yeah. And what was the other area we were allowed to go in? The dining room and
The
Master bedroom.
Yep, which would be up the stairs.
yeah, I think Uada's not going to eat anything. He's more interested in trying to find these books and get out of here. So I'll say that to the group. Hey, let's see if we can at least go to the master bedroom and see if we can find the books there. Get out of here.
Ella would kind of agree, and she doesn't feel like eating anything that she hasn't cooked over a fire first.
Fair.
So a couple of y'all dig in, and you don't really feel anything upset in your stomach or whatever. It seems pretty normal. You see the hesitancy of some of your comrades, and then honestly just a strange look in Biscuit's eye, as maybe a bit of wanting perhaps. But you can kind of wrap up your meal there, and then everybody else kind of doing what you're doing, and then you guys can move anywhere you want. This is somewhat of, I mean, we've got our grid here, a bit of a dungeon simulation, if you will. So feel free to kind of explore and engage as you would in that kind of situation, and I will reveal as we go. Just keep in mind, of course, there's, like you already know, like there's places you're not supposed to go or whatever, but you guys can do whatever you want.
I'm going to open the door to the left, west, whatever.
Okay, so you guys are pretty much minding your manners so far too, and you can see, although you clearly know that everything around you seems to be pretty much undead through an amazing initial strategy, but yet nothing seems to really be threatening you, and you don't really seem to be threatening them. So all is well as you leave after a nice meal, and you head up to go take a night's rest, perhaps, and see what's up in the morning, or perhaps if you can, what you might.
Yeah, Biscuit will thank Darvis and whatever waiter or chef she did see over there.
The servants just almost seem to like even whenever they're looking at you, it's like they're looking through you. Like their sense of being there is totally not present. But as you pass through, Jarvis kind of like looks up at you with like a pale yellow eye, and he's like, and kind of returns to like a little personal book he's reading or something. And you guys pass into this hallway. You see it's kind of overlooks the western grounds, and if you take a little stroll down, you can see that the windows there let in not only a little moonlight, but a nice view of the moonlit fields there, and the barn that was mentioned earlier. That's outside, and you can see a circular staircase there by the doorway that leads to the top floor.
Take the stairs.
Wada will follow.
All right.
Yeah, sleep sounds like a good option.
Tromp up the stairs. You guys can move over to the right. I have this. We'll kind of all be in the same map as far as Roll20 is concerned, but we will have multiple floors to the right, so you guys can jump on up as you see fit. And you go to an upper floor. The stone stairs, pretty easy to traverse. Each one is covered by this old threadbare carpet. It's only about 5 foot wide, so you guys have to go in single file as you already are. And you make it up to the yeah, just another hallway here. You can see just a fantastic landscape view of the Wood of Sharp Teeth from up here. The upstairs hallways are a little bit lighter in their expression than the ones downstairs. The white wooden panels and white ceilings are kind of accented by a soft dark carpet. There's a certain degree of class you feel when you kind of come up on this second level. But as you see, there are a few doors to choose from. There's one right to the right of you as you come in. There's one about in the middle of the hallway, and there's one down there at the end. So you guys can proceed as you see fit.
Well,
We weren't told which rooms were specifically ours, right?
nope.
He would have just directed you to the first door on your right. Proceed no further. First door on your right.
Oh, well then, first door on the right it is.
Okay. You open up the door there, and you see a magnificent chamber. It was once Lupin Malice's bedroom, as has been indicated. And you see that it has been intricately carved, the dark wood in here. Very nice. Decorations are adorning the walls, ceiling. Definitely a lot of depictions of wolves playing and hunting. And apart from this huge king-size 4-poster bed, there are a few bed rolls laid out, so everyone has a place to sleep. There's an oil lantern providing some light for you guys. But it does kind of like shift and shake and give the carvings all around you a sinister, kind of dire look, as if they're kind of twisting and writhing, as if they were alive, like animals in pain, as the light kind of flickers. But try not to let that get you down, as you could prepare to relax, or however you see fit. You could have a little, there's a little spot for tea if you wanted to have a short rest there and do that. But you're at the end of the night, and the next day would approach at some point, however you see fit.
Sure. Yeah. He's going to open the store.
One more time.
The Turon can't count. He's going to open the store.
Okay, so as they disappear in there, you kind of keep tromping on down. Not even, probably a little too much ale, at dinner earlier or something. But you go in, you bust the door open, and you see that this is a library, a windowless room, and there's rows upon rows of shelves just overflowing with books, scrolls, map tubes. It's pretty dark in here. There's an oil lantern on a large dark wood desk. You could kind of barely see around that desk that it's covered in papers and books and such. But you probably have to go in to kind of get a closer look at things.
Yeah, I'll let the lantern go in.
All right. Ever curious. You disappear into the room, and you see that there's certain sections of books here clearly missing from several of the shelves. Not like single books, but like entire collections. Someone's removed these books, and where to isn't immediately obvious, but it doesn't really quite match up with what you were, you're kind of expecting and being told.
I investigate the papers on the desk, see if there's like a card catalog or a Excel spreadsheet of all the books he has.
You could tell that if you took the time, there could be all sorts of things to uncover and this just treasure trove of knowledge, as it were. But kind of sharpening your focus to the task at hand, kind of to reiterate, I suppose. But you were told that you guys were coming for some, and then Baldur's Gate curating club or whatever was going to come in a few days as well. So as you kind of look, it just really doesn't make sense why these large collections of books would be missing. But you don't really see any other books or scrolls or anything that really tip you off to anything else. You got another doorway to the north, a doorway over to the right. Of course, there's the hallway back where Max still is too.
I thought Baldur's Gate was coming for the furniture. Candlekeep got all the books.
Yeah, so you feel it is somewhat confusing as to why there'd be so many missing right now. If it doesn't make sense with what you've been told.
I'll check out the store. Let someone else go.
And as you go to the next room, all of a sudden you hear a and you look back and you see a long, pale, slender figure there next to Max, peering in, as if Darvis had almost appeared out of nowhere. Max, you would have seen him come up out of the stairs and walk up, and he says, I just came in here to get a next book to read, and look what I found. I'll have to tell you, we don't advise you to break the rules we've set forth. Your room is that way. I see a couple of your companions have found their way. You should see your way there as well.
We were under the impression that Candlekeep was to receive all the books of your former master's library, yet quite a number of them seem to be missing. So you don't seem to be treating in good faith.
Well, I am but the doorman.
Well, go back to the door then. Someone here is lying to us, and we're going to figure it out.
I think you'll find everything you are looking for in the morning. Perhaps these are some of those. This is for your own good. With my master's belongings, we have a system to properly inventory. I wouldn't want you to disturb anything best left alone.
Tron's not so on this guy.
Now, I don't want us to have a problem. You'll get everything you need. Now, I would like you to return to your room immediately.
How do you know what I need?
We've already received the indication from Candlekeep of their order. They should be getting it ready.
Who's packing the books?
Why, the staff, of course. You see them. And you've seen them here and there, of course, just some more blank individuals.
All we've seen are the waiters, right?
It seems as if in the background, every once in a while, you'll see someone who's kind of carrying a little crate or something of that nature. But never, not really anybody up here, I would say. Perhaps down below, you would have seen some maybe disappear from the hallway into the kitchen. And
Were any of them carrying books?
nothing of note. Just it seemed like the whole place is kind of being packed up in a sense, but not just books, like place and all, you know.
All right. Thank you, Darvis. You're dismissed.
He kind of stands aside and like watches to make sure that you're gonna go back.
Well, I'm not. I want to see what's outside the store.
Max is full from having eaten some of the food earlier. She's gonna say, where's the bathroom?
Trying to see how fancy this castle actually would be. But yeah, without any kind of specification, I'd assume he'd probably say something. You know the old saying about the bear in the woods, but alas, the outhouse would be outdoors, of course.
Max is going to look at the party with a face that says, I tried. And then she's going to give a thumbs up and say, I mean, just so we know where we're not supposed to go. What's that room over there? Points to the other one that we haven't opened yet.
The one by Uada or the one?
Yes. That is but the old master's study.
Cool. And
But as I said,
we saw other doors there. Is that like downstairs? Is that towards the kitchen?
well, the kitchen is below. But I wouldn't concern yourself with much more. Especially if you won't come out now. I'm not sure how much further this conversation can go. So, how's
Yeah, she'll say.
Tyron, are
Okay, cool.
you going through that door over there?
Is it open?
You could reach open and open it.
Yeah, I'll open it and stick my head out just see what I see.
You see a hallway. You can see the windows. Kind of give you a nice view of the eastern grounds. And you can see the mausoleum below, kind of off tucked in the corner. And
I'll
Yep.
I'll step in the hallway and be, admiring the view. And what a lovely mausoleum. Is that where your master's buried?
As you kind of go against him, he just turns with a huff and he says, "Well, I never." And then he just strides, kind of pushes past Ella and Max there and disappears downstairs.
Biscuit kind of goes into the hallway. Go like, what's happened? What's happening here?
I turn to the undead.
Oh. Good. Did you find the books?
Still looking, but there's a lot of books missing. So, I think if we wait till morning, there's a greater than zero chance the books will disappear.
So, are you guys all together now in room 10? So I think that'd be Tyron and Biscuit are kind of on opposite sides right now. I don't know how you are.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so you kind of hear the like disagreement. You go to see what's going on, and you can kind of go in there, and of course you'd see. I guess Tyron, you could kind of come back through the door. You hear your friends approach.
Like it may be on us to find the books and pack them and make sure Candlekeep gets them because books are going missing. It looks like.
That would be a problem. But they did say that they will have the books ready, so maybe they're already packed? I don't know.
Uada will open this door. Like, well, we're opening doors. I'll just open that one, see what's in there. And,
Okay. Uwada opens the door, what was indicated to be the study, and you see two large windows overlooking the wood of sharp teeth. There's a wide table there laden with vats, some alchemical glassware, some strange liquid in some jars, some forensic tools, and along the south wall there's some books upon a shelf. Some are held tightly together with leather strap, while some lay open. Yep, and let me give you a quick reveal.
like, oh, look, some books. Maybe this is part of they're in there. And if there's nobody in here, I'll go in and go check out the books.
Okay, so as you go in, you could give me an investigation check.
Yeah, Biscuit gonna, she doesn't not like intruding, but she won't, be obtrusion, so she's gonna cast guidance on Owada, but, remain outside just in case Darvis comes back.
So you take a look in and give him that.
Yeah, the books.
Yeah, you start to kind of like lift them up, and you're like, you just have this thought come into your head that's like, what am I looking for again? As then all of a sudden you notice like there's this little ruffle of movement kind of by your hand, and as you like draw it back, almost something's like levitating the book, it kind of lifts up towards you, and then another one does, and another, and then you turn to your right and you see some starting to drift up there, and behind you two more columns of these books start to kind of lift up and flutter, and you hear this kind of rustling of paper kind of rubbing against each other. As we will roll some initiative. Lucky for you, these swarms of books do seem just as surprised as you are by this. And so if I can get Roll20 to work right for me.
Guess I shook the hornet's nest.
Boom. But you do feel like that, with a better look, there may be something else to be revealed here. You just didn't quite roll enough, but sure take a look after. So it looks like I'm not going last this time, but pretty close. We'll start off with Ella. I would say from your position, you may not see what's going on, but you'd probably hear like a startled, like, "Oh, what the hell?" from Uwada, perhaps, and you can, take it from there.
Okay, I'm gonna move to there. Am I able to? So I'm seeing these books flying through the air as I walk in.
Yeah, and as you get a better look coming into the room, they definitely seem to be swirling in little columns, as if they're like swarms, of course, and one in the middle of each kind of has like a almost draconic, fiendish kind of looking face that like turns towards you with quite a menacing look. As you can see, that they mean you ill will.
Okay. Well, then I will. Has it been less than an hour since the wolf fight, or none?
I'd say it hasn't been quite an hour yet, as you guys have just been tromping through here.
All right, I will hunter's mark this one and attack it with my short sword as my react. That's what my reaction would be.
Okay, we'll see it.
Although I think it's kind of funny, I'm swatting at books, but.
It's like a Candlekeep creature that I thought was pretty cool that it was reused in this module, so I thought it was pretty neat.
11 probably doesn't hit.
Alright.
I'm pretty. See, and this is why Ella doesn't like to come to town much, doesn't like buildings and people, because strange stuff like this. And she's kind of freaking out a little bit, like, oh my gosh, books.
You jab your short sword forward, hoping to bring a few pages back with you, and you kind of retract it from the swarm, but with no avail.
Right. That's Ella.
All right, Uwada.
All right. Well, this one to the south of Ella. I'll try to warhammer it, and let's see how that goes.
It's
not so well.
This flurry of activity and motion around you in such a confined space, and you just swing. You're like, "Oh, I gotta hit something," and somehow you do not bend any spines yet.
Yeah, I just horrible.
Okay, Tyron. At this point, you definitely hear what seems to be commotion. You recognize battle, but it is all the way down the hall from you.
10, 20, 25.
So you go through,
30
rush through the library, coming to see an almost comical scene.
Yeah, and like all barbarians, books make him angry. So I'll rage. And then I will reckless against this stack of books.
Okay. Knowledge, bad. All right. Yeah, you just kind of swing into this swarm hoping to hit something, and you feel that thud to know that you definitely did. And you see a few of the books in the swarm kind of clatter to the ground.
Sure, that's actually going to be 10 non-magical slashing because of my rage damage. And I'll be done.
Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, nice. So 10. Let me get that. Seems to reduce the size of the swarm, but not quite by half. As then it, let's see. I'll just say it moves into your spot, but for visibility's sake, yeah, the books just kind of swarm all over you and just kind of seem to be at every turn. You're kind of batting them off, fending them off, jabbing one with your horn as they try to get in and make you join their book club. And with that, it'll try to hit.
You have advantage.
Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so it'll be 14 to hit. So you're able to just kind of keep them fended off, bat them off as they're trying to swarm into you, and then looks like we'll have one come do the same thing to Uwada. it will. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. So this one can move through. So yeah, Ella, for a moment it's like almost confusing as like this flurry of paper and stuff comes like just going through you to the hallway out, as this other one then moves into your space. So it's like rushing one way then the other, kind of hard to discern what's going on. But essentially we got Biscuit, Ella, and Uwata all covered up as well. And so Uwata, it'll be a 15 to hit. Looks like it definitely won't.
Yes, yep.
No paper cuts for you. Towards Ella, we got, might do on that one. Looks like a 22 to join the book club.
Do I have an option? I don't want to join the book club.
It looks like last one's only a 5 for Biscuit, so an awful miss
Of course.
there. So real quick.
Of course, with me.
I'm the only one. You gotta take one for the team. Not too much, although, wow, I did roll max though. So 9 bludgeoning damage as he just batters you. It's all around you. The price you pay for knowledge. And Max.
Is it possible for me to like go here? Move past ally, and you said swarm, then go here?
So yeah, I think it just costs you half movement to move through your friend space, and technically a swarm you can move through at your own. What could?
Okay, 5,
you could,
10,
right?
15, 5:30. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
this
can,
will
and
eat
vice versa.
movement. Okay, cool. Let's bring out the weapon and smack. Let's try like
There's definitely that
I mean-
moment where you're passing through Biscuit. You're like, oh, excuse me, sorry, pardon me. Oop.
Yeah, sorry. This is pardon me. Come on, let's go. And then she says, "It doesn't even look like you have any pictures." Not one. She's not amused. All right, and she is going to end her turn there.
You've been feeling a little claustrophobic as you're just backed into a corner now, and you know with the right space you would have nailed that. But Biscuit,
okay.
you really didn't. You don't really want to hit your friend either, you know. As Biscuit, you're just swarmed. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Once again, she loves books, but never knew the moment that books wouldn't like her back. So, in a panic, she's just gonna utter her word of radiance to try to clear the swarm off her. And that damage sucked.
So did that save. I had a 4.
It's a bit cramped in here as well.
We'll take a
Let me just check. Does Bless need me to see the creatures?
No.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna use Bless at level 1 just because I'd rather save the slot 2 if necessary for now. And I'm gonna bless the 3 guys inside the room. Since
Wait.
they have...
Didn't
Yeah?
you use your action already? The word of radiance.
Oh right, Word of Radiance. That's plus it's not a it's not a bonus action. Don't know. Got it mixed with healing word there for a second. Yeah, that's gonna be turn then.
Okay. No worries. Good call on that. And we'll go to Ella.
So is there one in my square or not?
Yeah, I know that's.
All right. Well, I will. Hunters. Is that the same one that Hunters marked?
Actually, I believe that one is the one right next to you. But it's still within feet of you.
All right. So I'll attempt to attack it again.
Because I believe it's only lightly obscured whenever you're swarmed. I don't think it's a full you. Okay, nice. Yeah, and so you just kind of use that short jab. You were going for the one next to you or the one right?
Yeah, the one that I have Hunter's marked. I would
Okay,
know
yeah.
where it's at.
So yeah, you would focus yourself and kind of just ignore the flurry around you, and you just right at the opportune moment, boom, like a shish kebab, you return with a few books just like impaled upon the end of your short sword there. For 9.
That's Ella.
Okay, awesome. And again, that one's not quite reduced to half, but close. And Uwada.
All right, I'm going to attack the one south of Ella with my Warhammer, and this time I'm going to do better.
Here we go.
And now, yeah, one better, I think. Anyway, that's it for Uwada.
You growl in frustration as studying was never your strong suit. These damn books. Tyron, able to take another slash at it.
Yep, we're gonna wreck this again.
All right. Nothing makes me more mad. Beautiful. So, 14.
Yep.
All right. You just go on like a frenzy as you just slash all around you. And as you're 6 seconds in, you just are left there kind of like panting and steaming. Oh, great chest heaving. As you can see, there's really only a couple of books now left in the swarm around you. They kind of just float and like teeter-totter around you, not quite as menacing as before. And yet they do still try to give you a good old wallop on the forehead. But it looks like at their meager stature, as it were, at the 12, they will miss.
You roll with advantage, right?
Oh, no, thanks for reminding me again. Still a miss, 13. Thank
Right.
you. Always worth a shot. And on the other side of it, though, we have Uwada. Looks like a 16 will miss, as you're at a stalemate, man, with this pile of books. This could go on for ages. And Ella tries to return the favor a little. What you did to his friend. Books have feelings too, but this one's not strong enough with an 8. And last but certainly not least, towards Biscuit. Oh, I guess that'll cap it off with the second crit for me for the day. As you are very much wanted in this book club. So let's see.
Can I return my card? I don't want it anymore.
So it'll be 12 bludgeoning. Yep, 12 bludgeoning to you.
Oof.
As it tries to knock some sense into you, as it were. And then we got to end this before more puns. Go ahead, Max.
All right, Max will now draw her other weapon. She'll still go after the one that's right next to her. This one's the first, and then the offhand. This one. Let's throw in a smite on the offhand. Might as well give it a shot. First level smite. Oh, wait. Here is, I said first level. There you go.
Okay, and yeah, after your first strike, you definitely deal some critical damage. Come back for a little paper cut of your own to take one out, and as that little just kind of sticks, just that holy radiance bursts out from you, and it just annihilates the book. You probably would wince a little, Biscuit, as you'd expect to feel it yourself, and yet it just feels nice. It just feels good. This one is
okay.
destroyed.
It's been destroyed.
So
Max
technically,
will
you
now...
would have been right here, but I wasn't really stressing it too much.
All right. Okay, don't worry about it. It's really cramped. Max will like to try to maybe go here, so that the hallway isn't too tight. Is that fine?
Yep, that seems fine. You're moving through. Just would be, more space, but not like that's really a problem here.
All right, that's it.
Okay, cool. And Biscuit, you kind of would open up your Robotronic eyes there after a wince, perhaps, and then you're good though. And what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll rush in. It's tightly cramped, so I'm gonna F it. I'm gonna bless on second level and just bless everyone in the room. Cannot even get in, so might as well.
Okay, and that swarm is on Ella, which would be right in front of you right now. So I know that's a little hard. I just didn't, it didn't make as much sense to not see him at all if I put him under. But Ella's covered up, Uwada's covered up, and Tyron is covered up at this moment. If that changes anything for you. But if not, you bless, and anything else?
Sorry.
Okay.
What was that last part?
Oh, I was just saying that, like, that pile of books right now is, like, directly in front of your face. It would be surrounding Ella, right in front of you. I don't know if that would change anything or not, but I was just letting you know.
Well, I actually don't have that many offensive options other than,
Okay, no worries. Bless is
So, yeah.
definitely a good offensive option still.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be turned then.
Okay, Ella, I bet you're about to make fantastic use of that bless.
Okay, so I think the one I had, if I'm correct, Hunter's Mark is dead now.
Yep.
I'm assuming, or
Yep.
so I will Hunter's Mark this one.
Okay, shifting it over.
Oh,
Did you nail it? Oh. That was awesome. Okay. Much like
that's about pretty much as max damage almost.
yeah, you just start doing these wide sweeps all around you, and you feel just shredding this paper to bits. And much like Tyron, you only have like a few little half-hearted books kind of floating around you when you're done.
Well, exactly, and like I said, I freaked out. I've not seen books do this before. Of course, I haven't seen a lot of books being before. So, yeah.
Who needs them? Uwada. You don't need them.
Uwada will attack the one that's injured, Ella, and hopefully better result. Nope. Even with the bless.
Trying to find that inner peace and lash out from your own swarm, but you feel just some air there. You're like, oops, almost hit Ella. Oh, that was a close one. Close one. Good attempt, though, always. Anything else? We'll go to Tyron.
Trying to finish out the books I'm reading.
Throwing it reckless. Definitely hits for an 11.
Yep.
And it would only had 2 HP left, so it is most certainly shredded to put in the shredder, I guess. That'd be a good way.
This is how you read books, right? I'll come up and help Uwada next turn. I'll be done.
Okay. And then this one will try to hit Uwada. Looks like a 18. Will finally get past his guard. And hey, the third crit. This time on Ella. These books are trying to impart a whole lot of critical knowledge. Let me see, I'll just roll that one out on the chat. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So it essentially got to do the same damage it would do if it was still at full capacity. So the crit towards Ella does a whopping 3 damage from a crit. Feeling that.
Yeah.
On the other side, I think this one is still a girthy boy. And it'll do 8 bludgeoning to you there, Uwada, as it finally got past your guard. Okay, so 3 to 1, 8 to 1, and it's on Max.
Yeah, let's try to get rid of that. The one that is thicker, is it this one?
Yep, that one seems to still be more at full.
Let's go after the weaker one for now, so that we can get rid of it. The first one, second, and offhand. Let's go. No, absolutely not. That's 7 points, and that's it.
And I'm so sorry. Which one was it again? No, the one next to you, right?
The one next to me.
Okay. Try to finish it off with 7 exactly. And it had 7 health exactly. As yeah, you kind of just you swat the gnats away from Ella. Get those little pests out of the way, and they kind of fall to the floor around you. And there's only one remaining. And then yeah, you could have thrown that offhand up towards the next one, of course, but you were like, "Oops, almost gave you a haircut there, Uwata." Not sure if you even have hair. Is that moss?
Right.
I haven't specified but yeah, it's kind of a bush, mossy kind of
Oh yeah,
flowering.
It's funny. I was talking to Uwata, but that does apply to you as well. You like your old two meat eyes are like, huh? Something is similar. But
Yep.
but it is your turn there, Biscuit. If you wanna go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's funny.
She finally is gonna enter the room over here. Probably expend an offensive option here. Maybe, yeah, just to get rid of it. So I'm gonna try a guiding bolt at the remaining books.
Okay, so it is within 5 feet of you. Would that be disadvantage?
Oh, right, they're over
Because
Ella, right?
yeah, technically it's surrounding Uwata at the moment.
Oh, what? Okay, gotcha.
But I think you probably could have just shot it from where you were originally over like Ella's head.
Yeah, I forgot that they were like in the same square. Just so probably yeah, I'm gonna shoot it from here then.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine. All right.
Hopefully.
No, it definitely hits for 15. That's very nice. I think this one was untouched, and so it is actually reduced to under half from that one blow, which is a considerable thing.
Nice. Yeah.
Your holy radiance. A lot of radiance from you guys.
Illuminance and yeah, advantage on next hit. So
Okay, Ella, you have advantage. You've already been a straight killer this game so far. Let's see it.
Okay. Move the hunter's mark to that last one.
17 will hit. You turned a miss into a hit with the advantage, so good work there. And 9 plus.
10 points.
And you know what? I would give it to you, but I feel like Uwata needs to exact revenge here. It had 10 health, so it's down to... or it had 11 health, so it's down to 1 HP remaining. Uwata, it's on your shoulders. Literally, kind of.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah! There you go. Okay, so there's some... I'll just be forthright. There are a couple, like, extended play encounters that they gave me. They're not, like, full-blown hour-long things, like bonus objectives. Just like the wolf thing earlier was optional type stuff. But that being said, I do want to make sure we finish and so on and all that. But we do deserve a break as well. So let's take, like, a quick 5-minute break-ish, and let's come back and get through the rest of this mansion. Are you with me, guys? Figuratively speaking.
sure.
Cool. All right, I'll see y'all in, XO4, or so it doesn't have to be a specific. Just, take a few minutes, do what you need to do, and give me an X in chat if you don't mind, as I will do the same.
Cool.
Okay, cool. right, we'll give one more. So we got majority back, and then we'll kind of have a little slow start for those that are still coming. But I guess, yeah, that's probably best. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty, for the sake of moving on with Tyron and Nuwata, do you each want to give me a quick investigation check, or just as you kind of peek around the room real quick while we're waiting? Alright, Nuwata. Okay, so we'll go ahead and kind of slowly move forward, and then whoever comes in, we'll drip them in. But you go ahead and take a look here. And you can see that it seems clear that someone has been searching through these books other than you guys recently. And as you kind of take a look at them, you find you find a spell scroll of Revivify. And you also find two of the books Portia mentioned earlier buried underneath a map of Cormanther. You find Lost Tales of Myth Draenor, and you also find I'm a Harper, Get Me Out of Here, the Cholton book about from Soggy Wren. Gotta love role-playing Soggy Wren. But in any case, yeah, you found a couple of the books there you needed, as well as the spell scroll of Revivify that I will include in the session logs afterwards, as you guys kind of take a closer look around.
What? 2 out of 3. All right.
Okay, you guys are kind of left to explore how you see fit.
Well, looks like there's a door right here. I'd say open that door. Go in there and take a look.
Okay. Okay, and so you got to open this door, get that revealed. As you go into what seems to be a little storage room. There's crates upon crates here with dusty books, range of subjects, and they're all stacked up. Thankfully, this one not coming to life and battering you. And you see there's a couple chairs kind of set in front of some boxes, and you could just make a general investigation or insight check. Anybody who wants to take a look in here? Alright, so as you each kind of take a little look in, you can see that the chairs there aren't as dusty as everything else, and it seems like they've intentionally been placed in front of like some stacks of books.
Yeah, so take a look at those books.
You throw those silly chairs aside, out of the way. They crash into a million pieces against the wall. As you realize examining these books properly would take days. There's a lot here, a lot of knowledge, and just not time that you have in particular. But you get the sense that you can take a quick glance, see what you might find out, perhaps even call upon some friends to get a look too, so they can have a stab at it. And anybody who's interested can make an investigation check. If you do happen to have, it says library access or researcher background feature, you could use that would give you advantage. I'm not sure if it says what background those are attached to though. So if you know, you know, I suppose. But otherwise, just have a straight investigation roll for whoever wants to. It is cumulative in the sense. So I think Max is brilliant 21. Oh, thank you there. We'll make sure, and also Biscuit and Max, you're able to like soak in a whole lot of knowledge here. The other two, you can learn everything except for the last little tidbit. And just going through it real quick, you can see that these crates contain historical indexes for regions along Sword Coast. There's some from Neverwinter, tax records from Ilusk, now known as Luskan. There's letters of marquee from Waterdeep. Seems like these would have some value to Candlekeep. You take a closer look, in the crates further down contain letters of debt owed by Neverwinter's Never Ember family and an index of up-and-coming adventurers identified by the Harpers. It seems with this that you could tell that Lupin was probably a Harper spy. And as you, the two of you that rolled exceptionally well, you can see that the very lowest crates contain some writings on arcane subjects, specifically a few books of Netherese origin, so the ancient magical race who used to have castles in the sky and all sorts of stuff, but now no longer exist. You also find, you know, you get the reasoning that if you took these back in your cart when the time comes, you could probably get about 100 gold from Candlekeep for them. So you would have to have gotten a 15 on an investigation to get that extra 100 gold, so congratulations, as you will certainly do so. Okay. Anything else? That's pretty much all you'd get from this room.
Well, I think we've rated enough, but we're still missing that last book, right?
Yeah.
There is still one book.
And is there another floor higher? Is there a third level? Or are we at the top?
Let's see. I'd say you've pretty much explored everything here, except for like perhaps down this hallway. You didn't come back this way. You just stuck your head in earlier. As there is a balcony down here too, if you wanted to check that out, I guess. But it doesn't seem like there would be any like stairs going further up. But on the bottom side, you really only explored half of it. You didn't go into the kitchen really or anything further beyond that. So, up to you guys. I guess I should say that when you peeked your head into that hallway, 11B, you would have seen a doorway at the end. Well, two of them, I suppose. One leading from the master bedroom and one kind of on the opposite wall. So there's a room there, and then however else you want to check out.
Yeah.
Trying to remind you, there's also a mausoleum outside. Maybe they've hidden the books there.
That could be.
Okay, this is hilarious because I totally lied earlier, and I guess in character he might have lied too anyway, so I don't feel too bad for it. But you push into this room here, and this is most definitely a bathroom. It's Lupin's bathing and sanitary facilities, complete with a water barrel-fed shower and a Cormyrean-style indoor latrine fitted with the chamber pot. So they had it figured out. I just must have missed that. I even read this module. Jeez. It's like a tiniest little sliver of a line. This is like one little line. He's got it. So my bad. You really could have used the bathroom earlier. He was just being an ass. You're not gonna listen to me, and he's not gonna help you. I guess that's what he was thinking. But anywho, you can certainly use the restroom now if you see fit, Max, as it's there for you.
I mean, sadly, Biscuit does not have a use for that either, so might as well exhaust these rooms accessed by
darkness.
11P.
It's like on Sims. Everything blanks out for a minute.
I'm gonna use guidance on Max. Just everything comes out fine.
I'm sure you'd hear a call like, "I got it." That should be a meme though. The guidance users. You're even in the restroom. They're like, "You need guidance?" No, I don't. No. Okay, so what's everybody else up to as Max takes a quick and well-deserved reprieve, and then
Yeah, gonna investigate. There are other doors. Well, there are no other doors that lead
the only
in and
other
out.
location here I'll give you that you haven't checked is this balcony, and it's more just it's a visual thing, and I'll just say Biscuit, since you have high enough passive perception to make it interesting, as you could kind of take a quick look on the balcony, and it's nighttime now, so the visibility is pretty low. And you can see the wood of sharp teeth out before you, and as you look, you kind of like catch it seems almost out of the corner of your eye, you see like all these dark silhouettes as figures, and they look like they're turned like directly towards you, and then as you kind of like look to focus your attention on them, they're gone, like, and you find yourself wondering like if that was just a trick of your imagination or not.
Well, that's certainly unsettling. So Biscuit's gonna try to not get too freaked out by that and just return calmly to the interior.
All right, and then looks like Tyron has already made his way downstairs and towards the kitchen.
Yeah, it seems like the most logical place to go.
How about anybody else before he opens that door?
Yeah, like, hey, where are you going? With that last book attack, it's not a good idea to just wander by yourself. Not that we're wandering anywhere we're not supposed to, I say.
Seems eerily quiet as you descend down to the lower floor again, those that do, and you traipse across to the only door that hasn't been opened, really, that you can see here. And anything else before you open it?
Guidance on Tyrion, just in case.
I've been opening doors for years. I should be okay.
Who knows? Maybe this one comes alive.
All right, I'll open the mimic.
Oh, boom! Okay, so you open the door into what is clearly the kitchen, and if you'll take a step back, how you were just a moment before.
Sure.
As you see, your view is obstructed immediately by one of the servants. Although I don't know why he didn't just pop up. But his kind of ratty server clothes are gone, or not hiding anything at this point, I should say. It's clearly a zombie before you, and you just hear this like snarl and grunt from the other side of the room as you see this huge ogre-like zombie figure, and he just snarls in definitely in anger. Something like as he like commands to the little ones, and we'll go ahead and roll initiative. That's where I gave a couple asks to the companions, so unfortunately they're a short ways away from you. But as we do, everyone can roll into initiative here. Oh, I'm sorry, Uwada, you got to go back, friend. I'm sorry, mate.
See, I told you.
I asked a couple times if anybody wanted to do anything else, and y'all didn't. But yeah, clearly, Darvis was not just chilling down here and fuming. He was making things happen. As you guys didn't really pick up on it, you open the door, and this dude is just ready there for you. It would be a surprise round for these three individuals here. Let's just get all that initiative on the board.
They're surprised by us, or we're surprised by them?
Oh, you're surprised. You just open this door and the zombie's like, blah, and just tries to smash you as the one in behind him commands, like, blah, blah, the rules!
Good thing this is not a zombie movie because RIP.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess at this point, Ella, and you just hear this kind of thud, it's kind of a yell from down below, and that's kind of like you just hear that in your turn, and you're like, huh, and then you would be able to react later on. Tyron, unless anybody has anything that prevents surprise or anything, let me know, I suppose, but
Okay.
we'll go down to this big old fella who looks like actually he will just... Let's see if he's got anything. No. He just exits out of this door. He'll have to do some squeezing there, of course, so let me see. And he kind of just disappears into the other room. And be more ominous if you didn't see him, I suppose. But as far as you know, he just kind of disappears into the room and is doing something or another. And in the meantime, this dude will try to swat at you. Oh my gosh, that'd be my 4th one for the day. That would be a zombie crit. Luckily, these guys aren't deal breakers or anything. Looks like 12 bludgeoning.
Got it.
No rare zombie crit.
As he slams against you there, and then he will like shuffle backwards, which would, I think you do have a reaction, right? So you can take an opportunity attack if you choose.
Yeah. If my turn of the in the initiative would have gone, then I have my reaction back.
And it would have. So you try to take a swipe at him as he walks by, and yeah, you just carve his flesh away.
I'm not raging, so it's only the 14.
And you feel like you bloody him almost on the dot. As yeah, just like a rotting flesh falls. It's very unsanitary in this kitchen, but the creature doesn't even seem to notice as the next one stands forward to take its place and takes a swipe at you. And this one will be successful with the dirty 20, but only 3 bludgeoning to you on that one.
Got it.
And then we're gonna have our first actual round as Ella. You are some distance away, not terribly far, but
Okay, so I'd have to go down these stairs in area 6, correct?
yep.
I believe that's double movement for me, right there.
And as you pass through, like totally Resident Evil style, the door just like bursts open next to you, and you see a trio of zombies there, and with a Jarvis cackling in the background as he calls out, "You fools should have just listened!" And there are some other foes there as well. You can still move the distance you did, but one of them will try to like break through and try to hit you. Looks like a 21 to just hit you.
Oh.
And that'll be 5 bludgeoning to you as you run past. He just kind of uses his held action to
Well, no, I moved too far. My movement's only 25. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have moved 6. I would only be able to move 50, which would be to right there.
Okay, well, the ruse has already been busted, and you're still within 5 feet, so we'll just carry it forward.
All right, that's double movement for me.
Okay, and then Tyron, you're now able to clap back, if you will.
All right. Well, really, undead make me angry, so I will rage. Then I will reckless the guy. Actually, can I get to here to sidestep the guy or no?
No.
Okay. Recklessly attack the guy in front of me then. 24 for 7.
One second, gotta throw old boy in the initiative.
That will be my turn.
Redo that. Okay, so it's 7 damage.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you can his soft flesh just gives way, and they're hardly even trying to duck out of the way. As you can see, just getting to him and knocking him out won't be so hard. Just making it all happen, of course, is the trick. As you do some good damage, and Max, you hear quite a commotion below now, for sure.
Okay. Max sees Uwata, gives him a look, and says, "I promise I clean my hands," and then asks for a high five. Do you
yeah.
high five her?
Oh yeah, absolutely. High five.
Now you can fly. Anyway, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's as far as I go. But it's a good thing you can fly, so it's 60 feet, yeah? And my bonus action is to, yeah, sure, let's give you a bardic inspiration. You can hear me and says, "You got this, buddy!" And then that's my bonus action, and that's everything that Max can do for now.
All right. Very cool.
Thank you.
And the ceilings are all 8 feet high, so you could most certainly just be sailing by at 60 feet. That's pretty awesome. On the other side, Darvis finally reveals his true nature. That pale skin wasn't so pale for nothing, as he's most definitely aghast. And I guess he probably couldn't do too much. Yeah, I guess at this point he'll just kind of take a few steps forward, and he will use his action to dodge, and then he'll also call out, "You fools! Don't ever disrespect the doorman!" And then, I guess, what's your dex there, Biscuit?
My dex is 16.
Okay, so he would go first, but barely. So you'll go next. Go ahead.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna just take out the broom and stick on it, but I don't think I can just fly into the kitchen through the door, so I'm just gonna float over there. How far are they? Well, they're not close enough, so I'm gonna emboldening bond myself and Tyron.
Okay. Seen that used to great effect.
Yeah, try to get these guys out quickly. And bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Nice. There should be a little one in there. If you don't have one, you can throw out.
Oh, right. I think I saw it on the summons. Yes, here it is. It's a little hammer. Does it have to be in a place within range? Oh, yes, within range. Okay.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty flexible. Okay, and then it can strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna strike this one.
Okay. So it's action emboldening bond, bonus action to summon spiritual weapon, and then does it cost anything to make it attack or no?
It's part of the initial casting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Need to use that one more myself. Okay. Nice. So you definitely hit it dead on for 8, and definitely could not take another one of those. Anything else?
Hopefully. No, that's. Well, how high is the hallway in itself?
Everything here is about 8 feet high, so you could fly over like Tyron, but I'd say you're probably right to where you wouldn't be able to like fly through the doorway necessarily with that enemy there too as well.
Yeah, just gonna fly 15 feet up so I don't get.
It's only 8. It's only 8 feet.
Oh, 8 feet. Okay.
8 feet. Yeah.
Heard wrong there. Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna float. Just have the 50 flight speed, and that's gonna be turn.
Okay. Cool. And we'll go to this big bad dude here. Guess after he went and alerted the other friends to be ready and strike when the next one passes. He will come back in here, where he looks over and sees they all engaged. Seems disinterested. I guess he'll just action to dodge while he chops up some more livers or something in the meantime, prepping the next meal as if nothing's going on, because that's what he likes to do. Uwada, you have been blessed with the gift of flight for an earthly creature as yourself. You might as well be a dwarf.
Yes, I love that. I counted it out. It looks like I can get to this spot over by Ella, and I believe I counted it out correctly. So if you allow me, I'll go to that spot. And is this door open right here?
It is open, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them would have opened it while the other one would have struck out.
All right, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. And then I will smack this one with my action, with my Warhammer.
Okay, got that +2 AC, busting out that Warhammer. Oh yeah, you know that zombie can't deny that.
Yep. And then that'll be my turn.
Alright, very good. Not quite bloodied, but definitely on the threshold after just that one blow. And I'll give you half cover, or partial cover, I'm sorry, for the ones on the outer edges there. But we'll have 3 of them try to come at you, so let's see, you're already at AC 20 now, so it'll be AC 22 for 2 strikes. And looks like those, one of them did come somewhat close, but they'll both miss. But the other one will have a straight roll against AC 20, and it misses as well. It's like Resident Evil, just boom, all these zombie hands kind of smashing through the walls and stuff, just reaching towards you, trying to drag you into this room where you know you'd be perhaps overwhelmed. And yet, they cannot get you, Uwada, as you're floating, ducking, diving, dodging, another D. And of course we have some more up here. I guess this one will, just to do something, this one will take a step back. You could get a opportunity attack if you wanted, but I'd probably give it the extra 2 to AC as well. So that's up to you.
Oh, yeah, actually I'll go ahead and take that.
Would I be able to get an attack opportunity too, or no?
I'd say, see, he's in the doorway, so that's why I'm kind of giving it to him. Because they're like kind of around the corner from the door from you. But yeah, it looks like you kind of lash out and not able to reach in as another zombie strides in to take place. And again, this is going against 22 AC, so it'd have to damn near roll a crit to hit. And it doesn't, so it misses. And then we'll go back up to the top. Looks like repeat it last time. One swipes towards Tyron, misses, steps back, definitely invites opportunity attack. As the other one takes his spot. Any opportunity attack? Tyron? Biscuit, you could. I'd give it that +2 to AC, but their AC is abysmally low anyway, so it's your choice.
Yeah, I'll take a swing.
I don't know if you got. You'd have. Well, it's been a whole round, so yeah, you have. Oh yeah, very good. So your swings are good. As it takes a step back and just careens to the floor in like a heavy thud of slop of flesh, as it's definitely dead. Although I do believe in irregular zombie fashion, it will rise from the dead, back with 1 HP as it picks itself up off the ground, almost in pieces. So wait, I think the way that would happen is it would try to move back, you would hit it, it would die, it would get back up, and then it would continue its move, and then this one would take its spot. Alright. And this one will take a shot. Looks like a 19.
Yep.
Make sure that... Oh, are you reckless right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so let me roll... No, that earlier one wouldn't have been a hit, and then... oh my god, I did roll a crit, though, so... homie's reckless. So this one walks up and gives you a slam. Tries to batter you. We're looking at 10 whole bludgeoning.
Alright, I'm gonna take all that.
So I guess that'd be 5 for you, right? As you're raging.
Right.
And then we'll go to Ella. Hey, under my... oh, sorry.
Hey, so can I see anything to attack, or?
You can... I'd probably just have to give it that +2 to AC if you wanted to attack this one right here in the front. You could also... Yeah, I guess that probably would be the only option, really, with how things are set up.
Well, I'm seeing on Hunter's Mark, my original one is gone because it's been more than an hour since the wolf fight.
Yeah, at this point it would have.
Right, so I'll Hunter's Mark that one in the doorway. And we will attack.
Okay, even with the little boost of the wall hiding it, you're able to kind of peek around the corner, stab forward true for 12, leaving this foe on death's door.
Well, happy to be on death's door. He's already dead. Not just kidding.
I know, right? And then I know, it's funny with him because he might just get right back up. But he has 1
I'm
HP.
just kidding.
Good strike.
And that's Ella.
Okay. All right, Tyron, since it has been about an hour, that is actually a convenient, as all of a sudden your stomach starts to turn, and you realize that there was a little extra spice on your meal earlier. It just took around an hour to take effect. The same will be for Max on your turn next, but if you'll...
So the bathroom trip was just a prelude to what was to happen.
Yeah, you didn't want to mention anything to the others, but that was explosive in there. No. At this point, you start to feel violently ill, and you'll each... I'll roll separately, but Tyron, you'll take 6 poison damage from that, and I'll need a con save from you, and then it'll be your turn next, so I'll go ahead and roll it. You'll take... Oh my gosh, 6 as well. My dice are being cruel right now. So you'll both take 6 poison damage, and I'll need a con save from both of y'all. If you just want to go ahead and roll it too, Max, you can. Max,
6 taken.
You will take 1 level of exhaustion, and Tyron, you will be able to. You got the room gets quiet for a moment, and you hear like a, and then Tyron seems much better after that, and that's it. So we'll get Tyron. Go ahead with your turn.
All right, am I still considered poisoned, or just the one thing?
You are not considered poisoned. You just took the damage. That's it. And then Max has 1 level of exhaustion. That's it.
So 22 for 14.
Brilliant. And this thing will go down to 0 on the dot as it had 14 left. So I'll give it a quick con save, as it were, and it will fail that one. Let me double check that though. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail. Make sure I'm doing the mechanic right.
Any 16.
So, actually, because the DC would only be
19.
Oh yeah. So it definitely fails. Yeah, my bad. Almost misread that. And it dies.
All right. Then I will continue on to get
move out of the way.
these guys' attention, and I will be done.
All right, jump in front of the big guy.
Yep.
Okay, Max. Stomach rumbles. He started sweating
her
a little.
stomach is rumbling. Yes, I mean she's had her share of bad food, or rather, she's ate some questionable things. That's what her sibling is for. Her sibling would have not allowed her to eat that shit today, but it do be like that. So she exhaustively moves here, and I believe here, and I think, wait, that's 10, 20, 30. Wara is flying, so can I end my movement underneath the flying person?
Okay, sounds good. Maybe head ducked a little, but for sure.
Yeah, because Max is a little tall, but is seeing enemies. She's gonna take a stab at it. Literally.
Okay, he's right there in front of you with the door open.
I am not blessed. I am not blessed, unfortunately, but that is a 12 to hit.
And it nails him. We'll see that damage.
I'm gonna try to smite. Yeah, let's give it a try. Okay. Because it's undead. I forgot. You said zombie earlier, so that's an extra 6. That is 19 for the stab.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely dead. And then he did not roll high enough on any kind of save or anything, which maybe it's for radiant. He doesn't even get to. So so he's definitely down and out. And no coming back.
I can't draw my second weapon yet, but I believe that is everything that I can afford. End turn.
Okay, and as you do, one zombie drops, and like right in its place, this gaunt white figure comes in. You recognize it. Oh, the deception, the hurt, it settles in as Darvis comes to strike. He runs up and he says, "Wicked little things you are, disturbing our peace. Will we ever get rest?" And he tries to he will try to lash out with his claws at you, and that will be a 22.
Which one are you hitting?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Uwada
that's
or-
not Uwada. He's going for Max on the ground floor.
Okay. I thought it was someone else. Yeah, it hits me. How much damage is that?
Okay, so let's go 7 slashing, and then I'll need a Constitution save.
I need to first roll the Constitution saving throw. No.
Okay, so as he slashes into you, you feel that the damage hurts a little, but what really stinks is your body starts to grow rigid as you are paralyzed for 1 minute. You can repeat it at the end of your turn.
Fly's gone.
Fly's gone. Okay.
Uwada crashes down on top of you, so now you'll probably be prone. You both would be prone, I'd say, as well, for what it matters, I guess. And then, Biscuit, it is your turn.
Okay, she's gonna see that, but it's a bit cramped in there, so she's gonna fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is this door open? Please tell me it's closed.
I would say it's open because earlier the ogre came in and alerted them to be ready.
Okay, just for dramatic effect, then she will close it, but then open it with a kick.
Ba-doom!
And she will go like, Darvis, sorry.
It's Darvis! Gosh!
Darvis, I know we were a bit intrusive, but this is not a way to treat our guests. What will your master think about this? As she channels her divinity and turns undead.
Okay.
She would, try to yell that to the top of her mechanical lungs.
All 4 of them, then. And honestly,
I
probably this one in the back too, because you could see through that doorway. Yeah, so big guy's probably going to be spared, but all the zombies and the ghoul.
Well, it says they can see or hear you, so I don't know if the big guy can hear me as well.
Actually, yeah, he would be able to hear if you shouted out, because the door's open there. The sound would travel through there, so pretty much everybody at that point. Let me just do it like this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me roll 6d20, and then we'll just go from the top left around and stuff. So, what's your DC?
It's 14.
Okay, so let's start with the zombies, and I'll just give them a dot of some color if they end up failing. So, top one up here, wisdom save fails. So we got a fail, pass, fail for the zombie. So only 1 passed. Let me get those marked real quick. Fail, and fail. And then for big boy, looks like he will pass. Looks like for the other, for Darvis will also pass.
Kind of hoping he would not pass that one.
Just double checking. Yep, straight for them. So yep, looks like they will go. All right.
Okay. That's action. So I'm just gonna bonus action, move the spiritual weapon here and attack the big guy to support Tyrant over there in the kitchen.
Okay. Or until it takes any damage. Got it. Okay, so you move your spiritual weapon over. I'm assuming you don't have to see. Or do you think you might?
I'm also assuming I don't have to.
See,
Spiritual weapon, you don't need to see.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead. 21 for how much? That'll definitely hit. For 8. Oh yeah.
8.
You hear like, "Whoa!" This is a hefty creature, but every blow counts. As they definitely took that. Tyrion, you just see him get bonked on the head. Ugh! Looks a little more clueless than before, if that was possible.
That's cool.
All right. Anything else from Brisket?
No, I think she already made a scene, so that's gonna be
Oh,
turned.
yeah, that was really good. Definitely made a huge difference there. As this guy now will act, and he's got a prime target in front of him. As he, with a chomp, 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 he kind of lifts his cleaver up and turns towards you. And doesn't seem to really have the ability to speak too much. And as he opens his mouth, you see how his tongue has just been completely stripped from his mouth. And he just gutturally, probably spraying you with a bit of blood and such as well. As he then raises up his meat cleaver.
Say it, don't spray it.
And tries to bring it down on you for only 16.
Fine.
Which does make it through. And so that'll be... make sure. Dang. Okay. Where is that? Okay, 5. Looks like 9 bludgeoning to you there.
Got it.
Yep, 9 bludgeoning. Or no, I'm sorry, slashing. Duh. He hits you with the cleaver. 9 slashing. That'll be
Maybe
for
the-
him. Alright, Uwada. Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll stand up and then I'll hit this guy next to me. With my warhammer. Let's see how's it goes. And then I will go ahead and do a first level smite on that. Find
Okay.
that feature.
So I'd say you kind of pick yourself up, and in doing so, you kind of shunts Max off of you a little bit, off to the area next to you, and you can pick yourself back up, and you swing away like a. His head's a little baseball, and you definitely are gonna smack him for 17, and then an extra 5.
Yeah. It's actually I did the normal first level divine smite, and that since it's an undead, it's an additional 5. So
And it just knocks him out. He flies backwards, and his body crumples in a useless heap as he only had 19 HP there. So that was an amazing blow. He swung
I'll
for the
move in.
fences.
Move into the room, and that'll be it for me.
All right.
Nice.
That was really good. All right, so let's go to the zombie foes, as I'll take Darvis off the initiative. He would have one last scathing thing to say, as like you probably like knocked his head off, and it starts to roll and dinks across like it's a cue ball heading for the corner pocket, and you hear like a little last call of like, "Is that really all you got?" Before it just is dead. And then on the other side, we got some scared zombies, which they can't do much. Do they get to do the save again at the end of their turn? Or no, until it takes
No,
any
they
damage?
just run. It lasts until somebody hits them.
Yeah.
So
It's
one will come
hit
right here,
Or it's 1 minute, or until they take damage. Yeah.
and then one will come right here. I guess that does invite opportunity attacks if wanted. From Uwada could take one on either one, I suppose.
Nope.
He chooses not to. And then this one will try to hit Uwada. Why not? Looks like a 14 will miss. And then this one up here will... let's go 5, 10. I guess I'll just back him into the corner. That's probably would make the most sense to get as far away from you as possible. And that's it for zombies. Yeah, we're making pretty short work of that, which is good. And we'll go to Ella. So we might go slightly over time to finish up and everything. If that's not okay with anybody, let me know, and we can kind of wrap it up faster.
Hey, Tally.
Yep.
Does 9 hit zombie?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry. Backward swing.
13.
13 to hit.
13 damage.
Oh, he's dead unless he rolls really well. No, he did not, as he is dead.
So I see this zombie come out in the doorway there.
You do, indeed.
Okay, but I also heard a cleric do turn the.
Yeah, you'd realize what's going on, especially traveling with Biscuit for the time that you have.
Right. And I can't move to him, can I? To get into the room.
No, unfortunately, he's still an enemy, so he's kind of blocking you there.
Okay. Well, then I'll just dodge at this point.
Okay.
'Cause that's about all I can do. So.
All right. Tyrion locked into a struggle ahead.
That's it for Ella. I'll dodge.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to play with the meat cleaver guy here.
Chef Gorgon, although you didn't get his name yet. That's pretty rude of y'all not to ask for his name, but it's understandable.
Yeah. That's fine. We're going to continue the reckless because I don't know what else to do.
Hey, I like it.
If it ain't broke, give it to me.
Oh!
Nice.
So, is that 15?
13?
Okay.
Nice.
Does the rage double as well?
It does not. It's like a strength bonus. It's just flat +2.
Okay.
So bad rolls, but
Nice.
13 damage.
All right.
I will ask it for a DC 13 strength check, please.
Okay. He's gonna pass. 19
All right.
plus.
I was trying to hit him with my horns to push him back, but didn't work so well. Done.
All right. Locked in a very dangerous struggle there, and you kind of hear some things going on, and yeah, at this point it's like just you and him in this room together almost. The kind of clangs of battle seem distant. The only companion you truly have is this strange almost ethereal holy weapon there next to you. Oops, sorry, I just get past you, but Max, it's your turn.
Con save for me, right?
One more time.
I gotta make a con save, yeah. Because I'm paralyzed, you gotta make a con save.
So yeah, that'll be at the end of your turn. So I guess there's nothing you could really do. But yeah, so that'll be it. Shoot.
No, I'm just chilling here.
Shoot. Okay. Dang it, I did it again. My bad. I'll end up falling in that trap. Biscuit, it's your turn though.
Okay. I'm gonna Sacred Flame the nun turned undead there.
Okay.
Okay, good damage.
Alright, deck save. Looks like he will pass with like a
Ah
18.
man.
Yeah, they're saving now somehow.
Yeah. Well, then I'll spiritual weapon attack the big guy then.
Okay. 22 for
7.
that spiritual weapon's really nailing it home, which is great because this is a big foe and you guys are chipping away at him there.
And that's gonna be turn.
Alright, he's not even quite bloodied yet. And Uwada.
I think you might have skipped him.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
Oh
You
yeah,
skipped
thanks.
out.
My bad. I need to fix my turn order. Dang it. I hate falling into that trap. Okay, let's see if it matters really with this guy as he kind of recoils from the damage he's taken and just throws up that. Actually, this time he will just swing his like he's got his cleaver in one hand and there's this huge meaty paw in the other, and he just swipes it towards you in a big slap. That will be 16 to hit again. Oh, and this one might be a problem because that's going to be 11 total bludgeoning. Oh, actually halved for you though, so only 5, so not quite enough of a problem yet. You'll take the 5 as he just swats you out of my range. Could barely speak, and I did it again because I'm foolish. But Uwada, it is your turn.
The zombie that's not turned, I'll Try to hit it. 11 for 6 bludgeoning and yeah, and that'll be it.
Okay. It recoils, but is still very much alive, about bloodied or so. And it's up to Ella. Found yourself at a bit of a standstill here. Let's see what you...
Yeah, I mean, what can I do? I'm pinned in here. Unless I...
I think you skipped the zombies.
Ah, dang it. Thanks for reminding me. Well, yeah, we'll say real quick, my bad, sorry about that. I'm gonna catch up on myself in a second. But this one won't do anything at all, honestly, because he's equally locked there too. I mean, it's just hard. Let me roll for it. Nah, okay. He'll just kind of stay there. He like starts to shuffle backwards, like in his attempt to get further away, and kind of like hits, a bump and doesn't stride over it, and instead like stands still, thinking that's like its limit.
Okay.
And then the other one's standing there. The other one's dead. So yeah, this one will try to swipe a Duwada but miss, and that's it. So Ella, you're up.
Okay, so which one did I have hunters marked? Is it the one in front of me, or?
I think it would have to be, because that's the one that had.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna attack this one because I'm not gonna sit here. I don't know what's going on.
I'm cool with you on that one. Sometimes you just find yourself in those shitty positions. I understand. Definite hit for 11. So you kind of, with the little frustration, you just decide that's best just to do something. You swipe out and take pretty much half of its health in one blow. So pretty effective. And anything else as it awakes from its reverie?
No.
Okay. And Tyrion.
I'm hoping I don't go down here, but it is what it is.
You're doing. That was good damage, so you're not totally out. And we're back on track on the turn order finally, thankfully. Sorry about that. And Tyrion.
All right. Well, I don't know where this guy's at. So, Tyrion's going to pull out a Guinness. Slam it real quick. That'll be done.
Okay, healing up.
Yep.
All right, Max. I guess just another save. Yep. We're blowing through the rounds, though. Yep, you're great. You're able to shake it off at the end of your turn. You're still prone on the ground, but next turn you'll be able to do whatever you want. And Biscuit.
Biscuit, geez, these zombies turned out way more hardier than I'd suspect, so I'm gonna place myself here. Well, they do have better con than Dex, right? But let's spread the damage. But no, you know what? I won't move that close by. I'll move probably here, and I'll just expend my last spell slot to guiding bolt this guy. Hopefully, just getting rid of it, and open up the doorway.
All right, you see when it loses its its fear of you. And at that moment, boom, your radiant energy streaks across. It does not quite kill it, but definitely puts it on death's door, as it's right there for the taking.
Okay,
You just
and then
moved out of range of the boarding bond, right?
oh right, I don't have the emboldening button anymore. Well, I don't remember if it disperses or just stops working.
I think once there's more than 30 feet distance, it ends.
Oh, in just 35 feet, so I'm gonna I'll already use my action so I can never cast it. So I'm just gonna bonus action attack that big guy.
Okay.
Hopefully just take it out.
Nice.
Almost a crit.
Looking like he's still got some life in him, but let's see what the spiritual weapon does. 10. Very nice.
Nice damage.
Still a little bit above bloodied, believe it or not, as this is a big old ogre boy. But you guys are doing a great job, and good job for Tyron in there, surviving all by yourself. Kind of.
I get the hammer.
Okay, that's gonna be my turn then.
Max is on the way to help as the ogre zombie strikes once again. The slap was...
You do not have advantage this time. I didn't reckless.
Okay, and the slap was pretty effective before, so he will try that again. Oh, but no. You kind of collect yourself, and it's enough to kind of like set him off as he tries to swipe out at you, and we'll say, you know, you raise up a hand of your own and stop his. It's almost like you're locked there, boom, for a moment as he grunts out in frustration as you deflect his blow.
All right, I didn't attack and I didn't take damage, so my turn, so my rage is ended.
Okay. And then Uwada.
All right. Well, this zombie next to me, I'm gonna try to take it down. We'll see. 17 to hit for 7.
All right, definitely is a hit. And he wouldn't be able to take another one of those, that's for sure. The standing zombie.
And that's it for Uwada.
All right. Okay, so he'll try to hit you back. Looks like a 17 will miss, as you are unhittable. And the other one will, I guess in his little death throes here, as he's almost there, he will turn towards the downed person and get that advantage to take a strike. Looks like a 17 will hit Max. Yep. And so let's just, yep, okay. Looking at 7 bludgeoning there to Max.
Right.
And then we're going to Ella. Looks like that zombie in front of you is nearly downed.
It hit the prone person? Wow.
Well, it would take the advantage on the strike. That's what makes sense.
I thought the guy was Never mind. I see why.
Yeah, he got hurt. All right, Ella, what you got?
You either muted?
You're muted, Scott, if you're talking.
You there, Ella? Okay,
Trying
Ella.
to see if they put anything on the message, but I don't see anything.
Okay, Ella.
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, no worries.
My phone. I use Discord on my phone, so my phone was giving me problems there. And I apologize to Max for that damage. That wasn't my intent to cause him. So I will attack the one I have Hunter's marked again.
Okay. Nailed it. All right. And it will go down. And with that Hunter's Mark additional damage, it will stay down. That actually did make a difference there. It would have gotten right back up on you, but Hunter's Mark is effective, as it is dead. Anything else for you there, Ella? You can move. You can move.
I can move. I will move here and stand next to water. That is me.
And Tyron, locked in this struggle.
Yeah, I'm going to reckless. I'm going to continue to reckless.
Okay, reckless.
I'm not going to rage again.
Oh my gosh, awesome.
That's a great hit.
16. Don't have the rage.
Nice. Now he's definitely under bloodied as he kind of stands there and his long apron is in tatters. The gore that was smeared on it before is now most definitely mixed in with his own.
All right. I get a DC 13 strength save.
Looks like he will pass.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. And then Max, you are free.
I stand, lay on hands, done.
Okay, healing up. And Biscuit.
Okay, I'm assume these guys have it under control. So I'm gonna go like, Biscuit gonna remind, right, I left the Tyrion back there, and you just go, oh, thanks, spiritual weapon.
Good boy.
And yeah, and she will sacred flame the big guy.
Looks like a dex save. He fails horribly.
Nice.
He had a 3. So I'll take the 7. Okay.
And then bonus action spiritual weapon. Oh, that's I'm gonna use one of my build for success there.
Okay. Adding a D4 to that. And you will connect with that.
Great.
Kinda have to get a little guidance with your weapon to do the right thing. A good tool. And you're knocking this dude down. He's pretty much a quarter left. So, very good.
Yeah, and that's gonna be turn.
All right, and at that, he will raise his hatchet back up once more, and gargling through his maimed mouth, "You're next on the menu!" And then almost chops his own toe off as he misses incredibly against Tyrion.
You have advantage.
Oh, right. My bad. Sorry. Oh my God, missed even worse. I went from a 2 to a 1. Okay. Uwada.
All right, well, got this guy zombie that hacking away with, but not taking it down. I'm gonna try to take it down. And 13 for 11 bludgeoning.
And that will be enough to put him down. Oh shoot, let's see. No, he's not enough. It's a pretty close roll there, but he will stay down.
Oh, excellent. And then since that one's turned, I'm going to start moving to the other room. And yeah.
Okay, and then
that'll be it for me.
Now that it has more of a clear path, it will... Oh, actually, no, Ella's in front of the doorway, huh? So, no, I guess it'll just stay where it is and do nothing. And so then we'll go to Ella.
I guess there's no way. I'm gonna follow Uwada.
All right, you push on through the dining room.
Oh, do I know? Oh, Max. Do I see Max or Biscuit in the doorway? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can see Biscuit there.
Yeah. I really can't. I'll double move to here, and that'll be it for me for this round.
Okay.
Because I can't go. I can only go 50, and I can't stop in the same square as Biscuits.
Yeah, almost there though. And then you can pass through next time. All right, Tyrion.
Continue reckless.
Oh my gosh, that's like you're going at it now for who can get the most crits.
18.
Hopefully Tyrion does.
So you just, with a mighty bellowing roar, I would assume, you have to give it all your strength, knowing that this is one of those battles that you would remember carrying forward. One of those just struggles that you were locked into, where you really had to find that grit and push forward to win. And in this one moment, you give everything and you just eviscerate him. His guts just spill out all over the floor, and you see that what is truly next on the menu. And
Zombie time.
unless y'all want to do anything else with that other zombie, I guess he would probably run downstairs somewhere and then not really be much of an issue for now, so we could go ahead and keep moving forward. If that's cool with y'all.
We're downstairs, right? Run out the door.
Everybody jumps around the zombie at once and holds an action to attack it, and then everybody attacks it at once and kills it, or however y'all want to do it. But
Yeah.
okay, let's push forward, because believe it or not, that is not actually the end.
Door.
You guys are able to kind of pick over the bodies here and stuff, and you find a key. Not sure what it goes to yet, I'm sure, but of course you'll find out ever so soon. So you guys started off really avoiding the conflict, and then you guys kind of just jumped right into it. So either way, you would have found this door locked, and you would have had to either like pickpocket or orc fight or something anyway. So I mean, may have been unavoidable, but choices end up having consequences and stuff, of course. Not that it's like good or bad, you know, but there's always different ways to do things, of course. But to move on, you guys find a key there. You can go down this hallway, and you see a basement stairs that was locked, and you can use that key to unlock it.
What is that?
If you guys want to heal up or anything like that, of course, too, feel free. Don't let me rush you ahead too much or anything. Could probably even take a short rest. Y'all never really did that. If y'all, you know, there's not going to be...
Oh, we can short rest?
Y'all
Okay.
haven't really attempted to take one, but you could definitely squeeze a short rest in.
I would like to do that because I don't have any healing.
Out of 5. Thank you, Max.
Oh, Channel Divinity.
All right, and then as you guys kind of heal up and take a rest here, knowing that there's something down below that you're going to have to face one way or another. Something's not right here, you know. What's been up with these guys? Why are they undead? So on. So you go to, whenever you're ready, of course, you'll go down this long carpeted hallway, kind of give some access between rooms and such. And you see through the windows the dark forest and the crypt kind of below, and this basement door. You can take the stairs down. They're made of rough bare stone. Again, this is single file. The stairs are quite slippery. So I'd say with your passive perception of like Biscuit especially, honestly all of your passive perceptions are pretty much high enough to where you'd be okay just kind of taking a slower go of it. You know, if you wouldn't have kind of noticed, you probably would have slipped and fell perhaps. As you go though, everybody give me an investigation check as you go down the stairs, and basically just one person needs to hit it. So we'll see. Damn, the first one hit it. Good job, Biscuit. Good job. Tyron, you hit it as well. Max is going to take a stab with disadvantage. It's intimidation. Investigation, hey? So as you guys are trailing down the stairs, it looks like Tyron and Biscuit, you see a potion of healing hidden in a dark corner, just kind of randomly there, as these things are.
That's where I keep mine.
Just random in random dark corners, you know.
What?
So that'd be a potion of healing.
I like Castlevania style. I get it.
Doo-doo-doo. All right, so let me do some revealing, and we can move over to the next. It's like third little map here in the end. I'll go ahead and reveal this much as you guys come out into another hallway down here in the basement. You're a single file, so feel free to move yourselves up in there however you see fit. There's immediately a door to your left, and then further down there is another door to your left. So you guys can take whichever route you choose, or you can split up. Looks like Uwada's taking the lead.
Oh, I was like, where are we now?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty far to the right. I kind of just had this horizontal map this time. Everybody start filing in. You guys can just, as we did before, just kind of motion in. Let me know. There's a room to your left right next to Uwada. There's a room down at the end as well. So whichever way you guys want to go.
Yeah, let's check the first one here. Yeah.
First doors first.
Okay, making
Yep.
your way through, kick open that door in fashion. You notice here that it's very dark, so anyone that doesn't have dark vision, as you come down into the basement, you are immediately submerged in darkness, and the smell of mold, dirt, and death kind of pervades your senses. You come through, and you see this door. You bust it open, and on the inside it is kind of a storage area for like superfluous furniture and such. You can see an armoire kind of backed against the wall. There are some armchairs stacked in a corner, a table, desk, a cabinet. There are some stuffed wolves' heads hanging on the north wall, some more degraded than others with missing eyes and broken snouts and lower jaws dangling and such. And let me go ahead and bust that open for you. You can see that wardrobe kind of there off in the other side of the room. And that's pretty much it here, really. Some furniture, some wolf's heads up there that I was talking about right there.
Just for safety, since I don't have dark vision, Biscuit will light a torch.
Okay. Tyrion looks like he was willing to light one as well, but either way, one of y'all lights a torch, that's good. And then...
Okay,
I
so
think Ella
we can enter here.
kind of lost you
Whoa.
there, Ella.
There are 2 Ellas now.
Oh, whoa, there's 2 Ellas. There you go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I lost it. I was trying to move it over, and I lost it in the dark. So I just
Oh,
couldn't.
no. No worries. No worries. Yeah, Biscuit, you kind of go forward and you see that that kind of broken cabinet there. It doesn't really seem to contain much of anything of use.
Well, that's a shame. I'll relay that to the party. Like, this doesn't seem to be anything interesting here, so I think the faster we get out of this creepy basement, the better.
Okay, so how would you like to proceed?
Let's check out the armoire, or whatever that was called.
So Uwada, as soon as you walk up to it, you just feel this presence start to swirl, quite menacing, and as it does, this figure bursts out. But since we're already normally this would just be jump right into a combat, but I think if you guys wanted to, you could probably take a stab at communicating with her, because she's a bit misunderstood even by the way they write it out. But this female it looks probably a housekeeper of some sort, comes bursting out of the armoire, and she seems distraught, very confused, and just like screams out, "Ah! What happened? Why? Why?"
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, lady.
Biscuit, as you approach, you automatically can see that there's a secret door hidden behind the armoire with your passive perception.
Oh, that's... I'm guessing that's where she came from?
She kind of came from the armoire itself, but there just happens to be a secret door behind it. But you got close enough with your passive perception, you could see it.
Okay, gotcha. I'll try to, I'll turn back to look at the party that's in the hallway, just to tell them, like, oh yeah, there's something behind the lady. Maybe I can talk to her. Like, there. I'm sure it's good. Everything's fine. Besides the whole being dead thing. So maybe you can talk to us. We can help you out. As I signal to Uwada to maybe check behind her.
Okay,
for
give me
that secret door.
Persuasion or deception or even performance if you're trying to do like a distraction.
Oh, goody, my charisma is lovely. Probably performance. It's the same but for flavor. Oh, that's not that bad.
she kind of breaks down. Why? Something's not the same. What happened?
What's
Now,
not the
now.
same?
Tell me, what do you know what's supposed to be the norm, or do you know what changed or something?
Hunger and your life force. It seems so tantalizing. Why do I have these thoughts?
Oh, maybe she doesn't realize she's dead.
Well, yeah, that could be.
Okay, calm down, calm down. Why don't you tell us your name, Miss?
She like has like a recognition sweep over her face. Isabel. My name was Isabel. As she kind of like says that, she even has like a realization and kind of shudders. She's starting to realize that, yeah, she's dead. She didn't know before.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, self-loss in this case. But hey, think that is not all that bad. We're here to cheer you up if you need it. At least you're, aware of the fact.
There was so much more.
I'm sure there was,
The
but
look of anger passes over her face, and she says, "Those defilers!" And as she does, like, her features turn like very evil. You can see her for the ghost she truly is. You might like get a bit of fear though, but you can see that she clearly isn't talking about you. And with like a direct jarring point of her finger to like the wall behind you, she says, "Go! Face them! They have defiled this place! Avenge
Okay.
my master!" And then she moves aside to clearly reveal that door there for you. "Please, you must go! We must not die in vain!"
well, that sure sounds like a call for action.
Yeah, I'll go through if it's. Right. And there's a door here. Oh, okay. Hallway.
You come into yet another long cast hallway in this place. This guy was a big fan of long walks in the hallways and mimosas.
Hey, perfect for dolly shots and whatnot.
Then
Let me see. Yep, so you pass through this kind of little secret hidden hallway here. You see on the other side that there was kind of a different option to get back here, I suppose. But there's another little entrance there.
yeah, this looks like doors right here, so why do we open them?
Okay, and as you open this door to our final room here today, thanks for everybody for hanging in there, a little extra time and such, you see a figure standing there, and he seems to be surrounded by a magical ritualistic circle as he looks upon you and says, "Ah, my unwanted guests. Well, I suppose our little secret has been exposed after all, but alas, you are too late, and I have found a select few books in this old geezer's collection that are of a particular interest to Thay, and I have no intention of surrendering them. The Red Wizards will prevail. Lupin, stop them, you sickening little minion of mine." As you see that Biscuit, you'd actually have to take a quick step back, as kind of guarding the door there was this large gaunt figure, and by the description you can kind of give a quick look and see that this would have been Lupin. It's a very elderly man at this point, but he's been reinvigorated through necromantic magic, and he just drops this huge stack of books to attack and goes, utters a strange foul word, and as he does, these 4 dog-like statues come to life, although they seem to clearly be riddled with decay, as they're not your regular wolves like you faced earlier. There's also a shadow that kind of appears on the back of the room as well, as they all muster the offensive towards you. And this will be our final conflict of the evening, as we can go ahead and roll some initiative. So, yeah, as I was setting this module up, I was like, man, this one is actually, I knew it kind of contained some stuff that was going to make it be a little longer, but it seemed like a really fun module, so I hope you guys have liked it so far.
Yeah, I mean, just a creepy aesthetic is great, but everything's been fun so far.
Yeah,
What's
so
not fun?
if you're ever looking for
is-
that Halloween adventure, you know, you bust this one out.
Yeah. What's not fun is that I don't have spell slots left, so kind of iffy.
I knew that would be the danger of this module too, is kind of wearing you guys out over time. So I'm interested to see. But another thing is like there's most of the enemies you've encountered have either had like low HP or low AC, so there's always like a bit of a caveat there, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get these guys, and we'll get this all wrapped up. What's the other spooky one you like to run?
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. I'm glad the Liar's Night made a return. That one was pretty fun.
Ooh, Liar's Night was indeed
Oh, wait,
fun.
I already rolled these. My bad. So you think he would actually be the faster one since he was like, get him! But turns out he's not. He had to drop them books on his toe. Ouch! But maybe it was because he commanded the wolves to go so fast. That makes sense. Last but not least, Mr. Shadow. Okay, sorry about that. I pre-rolled, but you know, I still gotta get them all situated. All right, so we'll jump into it. I guess it's a double door there, so that one will stride forward and have a good clear shot at Uwada. I guess these two will just dodge in the back just to keep it simple. This one will come forward and get like a bad shot at Biscuit, so I'll give you 20 AC, and it will miss.
Okay, good.
And then the other one though will come at Uwada, just a regular old strike. Looks like probably a miss still with your good AC. Only a 16. Has this skeletal, flesh falling off of it, but it definitely has those like piercing, glowing eyes. Tries to strike, but is not able to do so. Maybe I'll just have him move in a little bit, and then it'll be this dude's turn. Another Thay officer looking for a quick rise in the ranks. He will Okay, so he will bonus action use something called displacement, where he projects an illusion of himself next to himself, and it'll give anybody disadvantage on attacks against him. Lasts for a minute, or if it takes damage, it looks like, or if he takes damage or something. So he'll do that with bonus action and then action.
Like a cloak of displacement?
Yeah, or like one of those mirror image kind of, almost somewhat similar to that. Like he gets a little fake image next to him, but yeah, I guess more like a displacement thing. And then for his attack, though, he will point out like a little wand, and from the tip of it, a couple arcane bursts shoot out. I guess since he's got both of you prime targets, no one's really injured yet or anything, I'll throw one at Uwada, one at Biscuit, as he tries to give you guys a little bit of a fright. Looks like a 16 will miss Uwada, but a 24 will hit Biscuit. This will be psychic damage, if that means anything to you.
I don't think I'm listening to that.
Okay, so looking at 17 psychic damage. Boom, as
Okay.
he racks you with his magic and calls out, "You have no idea what you're dealing with. The Thayans will rule all of Faerun." Max, you are next.
Everything is so cramped. How do I even get in there? I don't think I can I? Not without flight. Right?
Yeah, I think flight would, or unless you had some special thing. Where
That's a
we got no
shitty-
wizards?
That's shitty module design. Holy fuck.
Where the
Alright.
where the wizards at?
It's just shitty module design. Map design rather. I can't
Yeah.
move in here.
So it is
Okay,
kinda
fine.
cramped.
Fine. Do I have line of sight to any point inside of that room
You do.
from where I am?
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that door's open right there.
Um,
It's a double door right here that's open in front of you.
Am I aware that the person is displaced?
You wouldn't really call it that, and I don't think you from him you couldn't see that necessarily.
Hmm.
You could see these two guys in front of the doorway though.
I can't reach him. Cause the door is over here, right?
Right.
So I literally can't hit anybody.
Just gotta
Because I can't pass through my allies either. Without light.
throw a dagger.
That-
Wacha!
I don't have one. That is shitty map design. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
there's a lot of narrow hallways in here.
Fine. I'll float on the fucking ceiling and walk on it, I guess. Like zero gravity.
Okay, cool. Nice.
And
There you go.
use it as like if you're pushing a helium balloon. Something balloon physics. Yeah.
I think we got those rules in the Spelljammer thing, but maybe it's not worth it.
And I look at this dude over here. I do a peace sign, sup, and then I give a bonus action, bardic inspiration. I believe I can see Wada. Let's give it to Wada.
Okay.
That is the most I can do.
All right. Very ingenious of you with the levitation. Biscuit.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a hopeful. Hopefully they don't throw anything good. So I'm just gonna look at the guy and shout, "Hey, you've done enough damage to this house as it is. So go back to your realm. You don't belong in this world." As she will cast Turn Undead once again.
This is
Hopefully.
towards this dude right here.
Well, it's to every undead I can see and hear her. So
Okay, so
I
just
know
a general
he
shout.
I know he might not be an undead, but I know everyone else is. So
Okay, fair enough. Alrighty.
Oh.
Let me
hopefully that'll get them out of the door.
Yeah, that could shorten this quite a bit. Just double checking. Yeah, it looks like everybody but him. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll do the wolves first. Oh, 6 actually. I'll go wolves, then ghast, and then shadow, or whatever that foo is. Ghast, ghoul, one of those. One of those.
Undead is undead.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So for wolves, you got pretty sure a lot of fails.
Yeah, I see a lot of fails there.
Ooh, so what's your save? 14, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So it looks like every wolf except for the last one will fail. And then the other two guys fail as well. So everybody fails except for one wolf. I'll just mark the one that didn't fail since that'd probably be a little more simple. Boop. So everybody else is turned. We'll know. They're undead. We'll know.
Yeah, and it doesn't go away if I go down, so that'll be helpful. But that was an action, and I literally don't have any bonus action I can use. So, no, I do not. So yeah, that's gonna be turn.
Okay, Ella, you got like a and kind of a bad hit if you wanted to take it. I'd give him like +2 to AC, but you could try to hit that guy in front of you. This dude, old Malice himself.
Can I just go back and move? I forgot I had the broom, so I can just fly. So,
Yeah, you can pass through your companions as well. It just takes half movement or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably just stay here so they can, get in. And
Okay.
the turn the undeads cannot take reactions, if I think correctly. Yeah, they
Where-
cannot take reactions, so you can just move through them freely. Well,
Where
fine.
did Max go? Where's Max?
It's on the
She's
ceiling.
floating on the stair or floating above. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll step up to here.
All right.
Well, actually, no. You know what? I don't want to block Tyron. Because Tyron's a heavy hitter too. If I can hear him from there, I would do monster or Slayer's Prey, because I'm a monster slayer. It's kind of like an extra use of Hunter's Mark, and I will do that for old. What was his name again?
Lupin. Old Lupin.
Old Lupin.
Just a corpse now, basically.
Well, yeah, it happens. Well, I guess not.
Yeah,
Not this
he kind
time.
of ducks in. You like shave some timber off of the wall there in the doorway. Shink.
Remember, they're frightened, so maybe we should just wait until they clear up and we can focus on the big guy.
Yeah, so the red wolf is the one that's not. Every other undead is frightened. So speaking of this dude, he will most definitely try to get away from Biscuit as far as he can, which would probably about have him come in here. Of course, inviting some opportunity attacks if wanted.
Yeah.
And then the shadow really couldn't get any further away, unless I missed the detail. Where
It's just gonna dodge now.
no, can't pass through walls. Guess it's not that strong of a shadow. So yeah, they're just dodging over here. And Tyron.
Alright, 5, 15, 20 gets me here. And 25, 30 gets me here.
So that'll take one opportunity from that one wolf that is not turned. I'll go ahead and take it. Oops, that is not the right dice. That was a d12. Looks like it will not hit though. So you're good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's as far as I can move. So I'm gonna rage because red wizards make me angry. That's less of my rages. And
So you could have stopped and attacked this guy and on this turn if you wanted. He's not turned.
yeah, I'll go to this side.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll attack him recklessly.
All
All
right.
barbarian.
Might as well get it in there if you can.
Yeah,
Get him.
the dice. This, here we go.
67.
12 to hit.
He kind of backs himself up against the wall and is able to narrowly dodge it.
That's fine. I'm done.
Okay, Uwada.
All right. This one's already used its reaction, right?
Turn.
Yeah, I know it's a little confusing, my bad, but the one that's red is the only one that's not turned, and yes, it did use its reaction.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. And so yeah, I'll move up to the big baddie there, and I'll take a swing at him with my warhammer. And my inspiration is a d6, so I'll try that.
Okay. Yeah, because you can see he's got this kind of like shimmering force kind of surrounding him, almost as if armor has. He had kind of caught wind of your guys' approach and had cast mage armor.
Hoping the 16 will hit.
But a 16 does make it a hit, so you gotta love that help from your friends and such. That's definitely a good one. So 7.
And then that'll be it.
Okay, nice. Striking the first blow. There's only one wolf. I'm assuming it probably wouldn't jump to the roof, so the only person really within range there, I'd say, would be Tyron, I guess. Well, yeah, it probably wouldn't move at all. So I'll just strike at Tyron with a 16, no, 17, which.
Yep, hits.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled the wrong thing. My bad. 4. So 7 piercing, reduced to 3 as you're raging, and then if you'll do a strength save for me.
I like how this is supposed to be running 2 hours.
And you were able to just, like, you barely register that it's attacking you, as your focus is very much forward, if you will. Looks like this guy will get to act once more. And he says, I, Zil Dahovnia, the single one responsible for slaying and then reanimating this whole staff here, will walk away victorious. It doesn't matter if I spill all my beans to you fools, for you will be my slaves as well. Classic villain behavior. And I think it really just makes the most sense for him probably to throw out some more arcane bursts. Actually, you know what? I think I did mess up earlier to where Uwada, roll me another d20 because he had that displacement thing. So my bad. Let's see if that changes that attack. Okay. No, it didn't. So all good. And he also loses his displacement. So let me see. Does not gain the ability back. So he has no more displacement thing. And then he will, yeah, he'll do that arcane burst. I think he'll have disadvantage because you're within 5 feet, so it doesn't matter really. That sucks for him, but you guys really muscled through this one, which is honestly good. Yeah, I guess you're there in his face, and he doesn't want that, so he will take a couple pot shots at you with disadvantage. If I can find that other dice. That definitely turned a hit into a miss, so a 7 will definitely miss, and he'll try one more time. Kind of luckier on this one, with disadvantage still a dirty 20 towards you there, which barely hits, yeah, because you got that Shield of Faith.
No, the Shield of Faith is down, so it hits, yeah.
Okay, either way. Looks like that'll be psychic damage, and it'll be 16 psychic damage as he just like shotguns you in the face with his wand there. Feel the wrath of Thay! And after that, we'll go to Max.
Okay. She will continue to go here because she is still levitating, and then she'll drop concentration. The spell says if I drop the spell, I just float harmlessly. And I am now adjacent to the guy.
Nice.
And I am going to. There you go. He's not. He doesn't. Okay. Right. I'll start swinging. But okay, I can only swing with one weapon right now because I had to draw it to stab him.
17 definitely connects.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Smiting. Second level.
Ooh.
And go.
Nice.
Some of y'all saved some slots, I see. No.
It's not that I saved it, it's more like I couldn't even attack, so hehe.
Fair. See, now it all makes perfect sense. This dude, oh my gosh. He's a wreck. He's got blood pouring out of multiple orifices at this point. One of them you can't even see. And he's definitely battered, but still clinging to life. So, what the hell are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Max says, "I am the household president," and that is turn. That's what she calls the DMs of Households and Humans.
He's like some Harper affiliate, I no doubt. Spits out like a glob of blood, and then Biscuit.
She will go in once more. Hey, don't talk to my friends like that. And I will probably do more good to emboldening bond the attackers for now. So Uwada and Max are bonded.
Thank you.
So go wail at him. And once again, I literally have no bonus actions, so that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, and I feel like Ella has been ordained the killer in this module. I wonder if... Oh, well, you do have a wolf in your way, so... But you can probably still kill that, too. Let's see.
Okay, so... Did he run away or he was turned?
Yeah, he's turned. So right now you only have this wolf right next to you with the red dot, and then the red man himself.
But Lupo's not dead or anything, right?
Lupon would be this guy over here. He's
right.
Yeah, he's reanimated.
So pretty much, I wasted Slayer's prey on Lupin. So okay. Well, I will hunter's mark this wolf because I have one slot left for that. So
Okay. Seems like good use. See if you can put it out of its misery and definite hit with the 26. And then
of course I rolled a 1.
and it has 2 HP remaining. I'll go and play it out. Let's see who gets the just desserts here.
Well, yeah, it's because I rolled a 1 on the D6.
That was close. I knew that one was gonna be close. I almost was gonna give it to you, but I was like, nah. We'll see.
No, it is what it is. So, all right, that's me. That's about all I can do.
All right, these guys are all scared as crap. Have nowhere to go. Backed into corners. Tyron.
Tyron, take the attack opportunity, wolf.
Okay. 15, I think, nails it on the head.
Yep, you got me.
Nails it on the 2-horned head. Let's see. Actually, it would have been a 16, but let's see. So, 5 piercing, reduced to 2, and if you'll do that strength save.
Sure.
All good.
All right. I'll reckless against the red wizard.
Okay.
Come on. Bench roll. Thank you. 18 for 16.
Go ahead and tell us how it happens, as he is down.
So as he continues to blabber about how he's so great and everything, Tyron just put his finger to his lips, tell him to shut up, and then chop his head off.
As his head like flops in air, tongue lolling, you could see his jaw like still working itself up and down, and even after like for a good like 30 to 45 seconds at most, perhaps afterwards, his jaw still somehow kind of seems to be working itself up and down, although of course no sound comes out. The eyes kind of roll around the room as if they're truly still seeing until eventually they stay still. Zildahovnia of Thay is no more.
I'll move back to the wolf in case he's got a taste for me.
Yep, and Uwada, I think you could probably just go ahead and finish that wolf off real quick if you want to throw that warhammer at it.
Yep, absolutely. AC 17 for 8.
And it's dead. Okay, and you guys have successfully beaten that one. Could have been tougher. I think, you know, there's ways like you could see where, you know, if you had someone with like Misty Step or something earlier, you know, the space wouldn't have been an issue as much. But then again, you have, you know, turn undead and things, so you can make short work in other ways. So it always works out, you know, in whatever way you got to get to the end result. So kudos to you guys. As well, let's go ahead and wrap it up and get on out of here, as we did go a bit over. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Now that this is over, you can kind of move around this place unhindered. You guys have actually explored pretty much everything except for that one last room behind you. And if we want to just check that real quick, of course, nothing left behind. You would see that it is a furnace, an old boiler, large metal apparatus of foreign design. Coal and wood for burning lies in piles. You guys can kind of investigate, and you find that there are 2 servants here that are dead but have not yet been reanimated. You can kind of give them a look over, and you can see how they were killed by poison. So this cheap coward of a Thay wizard went in here and poisoned and killed everybody, and then took his time on reanimating them to be his little servants. Quite a piece of shit right there, if you don't mind my saying. But he did that, and you guys can also would have been able to, you know, find a secret door back here as well if you would have went that route. But either way is good. You made a little ghostly friend instead, which is just fine. And then as far as this room, you can see that Zildahovnia here was trying to invoke a teleportation circle that would have teleported him and some books quite a ways away, although you guys broke his concentration on that pretty much immediately and killed him. Good job. You can kind of look over and you see that he had collected about a dozen books or so that he was going to take with him, of extremely rare qualities. The covers are kind of hard to read, but you look through, and on one book in particular, you open it and you see that on the first yellowed page is a timid drawing of an old mage with a long white beard, a gray cloak, and a wide-brimmed pointy hat to match. You realize that this is the extremely rare chronology Portia hoped for, titled Grand History of the Realms, and this book that you hold in your hands was written by the one and only legendary wizard Elminster himself, and you now hold it in your hands, knowing that this would be quite a penny to Candlekeep. You guys can look over and you see that Lupin had a Mask of the Beast on his person, and unfortunately we don't have any wizards, so I don't think it'll be any use, but Zil Dahovnia had a spell book as well, but again, I don't think anyone can really use that, right?
I mean, I'd love to have it just for the flavor, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, if nobody else opposes, then we can just give it to Biscuit just for whatever. I think technically, as long as you had it on your character, someone could like copy spells from it, you know, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to do anything with it yourself. So it could benefit others, yeah.
Can always multi-class into wizard. Who knows?
True,
right?
Yeah, true. And just so you know, I do have a handout for that, as well as all the other rewards, except for gold and stuff. I was going to tally that, of course. But let me go ahead and pop that up to you guys. And it also has the spell book with the spells in it. If you do decide it's worth becoming a wizard to use it or whatever, it's up to you. But the Mask of the Beast is kind of a cool item that I hadn't really seen before. So you guys got that. Let me show that. It's popped up in the handouts, and I'm showing it to you. So you got that Disguise Self, and you know, all the way up to Phantom Steed. Mask of the Beast. It's you can use animal friendship on it a few times a day, and this one does have an aesthetic tied to it. I underlined it at the bottom if you want that for your records. Shape of a gray wolf's head, and your eyes will gleam with the soft yellow light when you're wearing it. So pretty cool little magic item there. You got the spell book. I'll tie it to you, Biscuit, on the session logs. And of course you would return back to the Hearth back in Candlekeep. They let you in without even giving a written form of entry. Wow, you guys must be special here now. As you enter, and Portia is more than excited. She already has the place cleared out for you, but there's quite a few onlookers kind of on the outskirts of the Hearth, and she's eager to learn about all of your doings, but reacts with disgust and disdain when you mention the Red Wizards and their undead slaves. She's very keen to see how many books you brought back, and exits the tavern to take the cart. She has mixed feelings, and she says, "I'm so incredibly happy that you saved so many books from Lupin's home, but I'm very anxious to hear about the Red Wizard's involvement in this. They seem to be everywhere. But if there's nothing else for me, I'll go get these books cataloged and put away, and bid you adieu." And she also gives you your gold reward, which would be everything. So 400 divided by 5, so what is that, 50?
80.
80. I'm so stupid. That'd be 250, my bad. I'm thinking 4 times 5. 80 each. Thanks for quick math on that. Obviously, I didn't think about it. Cool. So it seems like that's about it. I'll get that session log pumped out in the next, 10 minutes.
Appreciate you running.
Yes.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll work on my time, but I definitely do appreciate you guys. And this one was really fun. There's along the way, there's definitely the ones that I remember that I'd want to run again, and this would most definitely be one. Albeit, I'll do give you the map was a bit scrunched, so perhaps that could use some adjustment.
It's a little bit rough on the whole. Yeah, the map is hard to get around, but trying to get characters in 3 different layers, that's one way to do it. So it worked well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but thanks. I gotta get ready for my game in a few hours here, so take care.
All right, y'all have a good day. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me.
Sure. Thank you for running.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and how about
Thank
this?
you for
Instead of me sharing the mod that I was talking about, I'll just run it here when I
Nice.
get around to it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, my schedule's like kind of limited on when I can be involved personally, but I'm always on the lookout, and so whenever there's games that kind of fit my thing, I try to jump in here and there, and hopefully I can squeeze into one soon. I need to play with you too, Baywin. I would really need to get into one of your games.
Absolutely.
Mm.
All right.
Thank you again. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
But
See you guys.
See ya.